To what?
We did an Eldritch Blast.
All right, how about this? Is this better now?
The Eldritch blasted out the sound. That's what happened.
That's what happened. Exactly. We shot so many Eldritch Blasts.
We can hear you.
There.
Are we in?
Now audio. Woot woot audios.
We did it.
All right.
We did it! All right. Night, everybody.
Blast!
We can go now.
I blame
Can you
OBS.
put a little bit more emphasis on the part of Eldritch Blast? You're cutting off the end a little bit. Enunciate just a little bit more for me.
Eldritch Blast!
Thank you, much better.
Did y'all catch that?
We're kind of losing our minds a bit. Let's start with the audio. Not sure what happened there exactly. The output from OBS was muted for some reason.
Well, he knew we were trying to have fun for the intro. He was like,
Yeah.
can't have none of that.
There will be
We'll
no
stop
fun.
that in its tracks.
This is the fun-free zone, bitches. All right. Shh.
This is about D&D, not about fun.
We need to take things
This is
seriously.
a professional stream.
That's right.
It's about making money and not for fun. Oh, I just
Serious
got
business.
lotion
Fun
everywhere.
is for suckers.
Wait, I just got lotion. That's what he said. That's what he said.
I don't think you'd want to use this. It's vanilla almond. I don't think anyone would want to use that for those purposes.
Why not? I don't mind smelling like vanilla almond. A little surprise for the next shows down there. The vanilla almond set.
Woo. Eldritch Blast.
So
That'll definitely be the end.
That's what I'm shouting out later tonight. Eldritch Blast. Oh.
all right. Well, it's gonna be a good night when the wheels go off the bus, like before the stream even starts, right? Like before we even get
had
to.
a bus?
Well,
We don't have a bus.
At best, we have a little red wheelbarrow.
We have a wagon being pulled by a rabid raccoon.
That's right.
I mean, I like to picture a Fiat, but still.
With a terrible New York accent.
Yeah, raccoon with a shitty Brooklyn accent.
We have the red wagon version of the clown car. We're all just in this little wagon, and then we're gonna all pile out of this thing. But we are here, and man, this is fantastic. We have gone through a lot of stuff to get here. We have moved to different places. We are borrowing internet from people. Poor Hector is literally walking circles outside his house via cell phone to even participate at all. Man, these are the lengths we go through, the commitment that we own for this show. This is how we roll.
Yeah, so that being said, if I cut out, I apologize because I am on my phone. So, forewarned, everyone.
Yeah. Or he may just get tired and be like, I need to fucking sit down, man.
I need to go inside because it's 90 degrees outside. So,
yeah. Anyway, so thank you for joining us through all the stuff, through all the coronavirus, everything else going on in the world. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are glad to be here. I'm thrilled to be here to see all these beautiful people that I have become very close to over the past year or so. I would ask if anybody has anything fun going on, but man, we have a lot going on. After the stream, we'll recap a couple of things up and coming. And I know you are like super busy running and doing so much shit right now.
Currently in 1, 2, 3, 4, soon to be 5 games.
Yeah, and running at least one of those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll get with all that and our other internet superstars here. But if we can, let's take a minute and remember where we were in the city of Waterdeep. Long, long ago, oh wait, do I have? Wait, why do I have background music that is like?
You have sad violin music happening.
That's not what I queued up. That's not.
I'm like, are we in a sad violin music point now? Because, like, I guess if we're Elona, sure.
John is about to hit us with some serious shit. That's why.
Let's see. Let's go here. So, to give a broad overview, we have been, or the crew has been going through a lot of different growing pains, a lot of drama, a lot of getting to know the city and each other and themselves, in fact, on a personal level. So very much has happened over the past, I guess, couple of months of character time. But in this more recent event, I believe that you guys are in a city. Well, you know what? Who tells the story best? Of course, John, aka
The bard.
It has been a long time since we've had a bardic recap from the great Zavroski. John, please take the stage, sir.
All right, so session 25. We opened
The
up.
Eldritch Blast!
Oh shit! We opened up with Jake coming back. He's wearing a new ward from Vajra, a golden disc on a sturdy chain. It warms him and
Right, that
calms
thing
him.
none of us trust. Got it. Yep, I know where we are.
He comes back
Now
and
I
he's
remember.
happy to see everyone. And Cole apologizes to him about what happened at the Growlhound estate, but Jake takes it in his stride and he has a surprisingly positive attitude. Everyone's kind of a bit curious
don't
about the
trust
new
it.
scales. Jake explains things a bit, and after a few moments, Elona picks him up, slams him against the wall, and says, "Who are you, and what have you done with Jakey?" They get a bit heated, but she eventually relents, but doesn't quite believe that it's really him. After that, we hear that the story of the day around town is that the Growlhounds have been attacked. There's lots of conflicting stories about how it happened, who was involved, or if it was just a hoax. Could be nobles, gangs, or who knows. Later that day, Zavroski heads out to the Castellaners to do his regular lessons. He gets talking to Lady Castellaner. That's a little bit more information flow about the Growlhound attack, how we saved them. She is impressed, increases his pay to 100 gold a 10 day.
Damn, that's a lot of freaking gold.
During that time, Elona is heading to brothels to find the real Jake. She brings Ardath with her, who is a bit embarrassed to be going along for that ride. The first brothel is a harrowing experience for him, as too many of the employees are interested in him, and he bolts out, breaking the door. Drags Elona out before she threatens the owner too much, so that they don't have to pay for the door. And then he eventually tries to convince Elona that Jake is actually the dragon scaled version of himself, and convinces her to ask Jake something that only two of them would know, so that she can find out for sure. They eventually head back to the spirits of the Hydra. After that, we all head out as a group to try and help find Jet with Ordath. Elona asks Jake about why they went to prison together, and he convinces her that it's actually him, not some fake Jake in bronze scales. Ordath is thoroughly made fun of for not having seen naked women before in his life.
Oh,
And then- We find
As he
out
should be.
not too far out from there that Dasher Snowbeetle, the halfling that we're also looking for, is found in the Pickled Fisherman in the dock ward. There's a bit more jokes made at Ardath's expense as we walk down the streets, and there's many people gawking and asking for the big man to join him.
The big man.
Zavroski actually hands Ardath a pirate hat so he could hide his eyes and things like that, but then there's all kinds of other comments like, "Who wants to play pirate?" And "I want to plunder that booty."
We all wish to plunder that booty.
Eventually,
No,
we
maybe
find the Pickled Fisherman, and we're starting to keep an eye out for redhead halflings. Ardath enters a bit weirdly into the bar, just calling out for Dasher loudly using thaumaturgy, and there's like a weird reaction from the bar. Jake does notice a few halflings in the back raising their eyebrows, but eventually the barkeep kind of kicks out Ardath because he's about to potentially cause trouble.
Yeah, Ardath, come on, dude. What are you doing?
Honestly, the biggest troublemaker of our group.
Clearly.
So aggressive.
Keep
Definitely
all the
not.
kiddies
The
away
rest
from
of
me
the group
then.
eventually gets to play it off as if we're not with him. Elona does accuse the owner of being prejudiced against tall people since he thinks that she was with Ardath. But after that, Jake and Cole manage to approach the back halflings to converse with them. The halflings seem to be seasoned and scarred, but Jake eventually bribes them to talk with the two of them. They come up with fake names to introduce themselves as Grant Ferguson and Jimmy Schmidt, and
Which one was which?
I don't even remember.
Cole's Jimmy Schmidt.
Cole's Jimmy Schmidt. Okay.
I would not remember
Jake's
that
Grant
at all.
Ferguson.
No way.
Eventually, Cole uses detect magic and to intimidate them a bit with his glowing eyes so they will talk. They say that we should meet them, or Grant and Jimmy should meet them at the lady statue at midnight. Cole gets the name Alton Toskop as the leader of the group. So, we find out the lady statue is an open area in the dockward, a common meeting place for any kinds of deals. And we'll head over there during the night. When we leave, after Ordath had been kicked out, he's now surrounded by brothel workers that are harassing him, and he is ever so bashful, trying to hide away from it. And Elona eventually saves him, tells him it's a weakness to be so afraid of naked people. He tries to disagree, but she doesn't let him, and makes him say it's a weakness. It's a weakness.
That was a weird power play, though.
Yep.
Weird power play.
That's all Elona is just weird power play. Weird flex, but okay is her motto.
Ever since the days of kicking in doors and getting feet stuck in doors, that
Happy
has
birthday!
We
Y'all wanna
still
throw back?
have
Have a
a good chunk of time before midnight, so Ardath runs back to the Spirits of the Hydra to grab something, and then we eventually find a bar near-ish the statue and stay there until the late hours. Jake and Cole, Grant and Jimmy are gonna go talk with the halflings, while
Damn
Elona
right.
will be on a roof with Ardath, and Zavroski decide to be a drunk pirate swinging from a nearby pole.
Yeah, you
Light
went full
pole.
Singing in the Rain.
Yep. Jake
Yeah,
and Cole
he's a
find
performer at heart.
Alton at the statue. Alton lets on that he's part of the Shard Strungers who run the streets in the area, and that Dashers join them. And then he threatens Cole and Jake. I believe he was trying to shake them down. But Cole brandishes his magic sword, which for some reason seemed to phase Alton. And then he starts to count down from 10, telling Jake and Cole that they need to tell him why he shouldn't kill them. And soon enough, a fight breaks out where rare rats climb out of the sewers and a few on the roof. Ardath goes full Stormcaller mode and starts zapping them with call lightning from the sky, as we also fight and dispatch a few of them. And that's where we're picking up, fighting by the statue in the dock wards at nighttime with some were rats.
Indeed. So we are in fact. Scene opens in a dark alley, lit by several lights out around the area. But midnight. The nights are dark. The town is mostly quiet. In this area of town, there's still some activity, certainly, but by and large, things have quieted down in the city of Waterdeep. Except here, where there's fierce fighting going on. It looks like, according to my combat tracker, that Elona has just gone. I see that the halfling jerk, who we now know is actually a. We know that, right? We're right. Yeah. He is currently stunned. There are 5
Along
of
with
you
his
guys.
friend.
Stunning strike.
There are 5 of you guys. There are just 3 of them left, including him, who is mostly beat down. He's badly wounded and stunned, including his friend next to him. So let's open scene as you guys have just sort of like, you're in the middle or maybe near the end of this fight, this fierce battle that's gone on. And this guy is... let's open with a dialogue. What do you say? He, in his stunned voice, he is like, oh, okay, you've convinced me.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either. I was just ready to kill him.
I mean, you can. I don't want to say that you can't, but you certainly can.
We won't find our little redhead, though.
Remember that? Yeah, I was going to say. Remember that the whole reason that this happened was because you guys actually took up a job to go find this other halfling, and this was the guy that you talked to find him. And he, in the bar, you guys talked to her, he said, meet me here. And when you guys met here, he sort of threatened you. Cole threatened him back, and then this sort of whole big fight broke out. So he seems to be, at this point, trying to parlay, if that's an option.
Why don't we tie him up?
You need to tell your people here to stand down, okay? Because all we wanted to do was talk to you, but you wanted to start the fight.
Well,
Okay? So tell him to stand down, and we will stop fighting.
Yes. We're okay. You've proven yourselves quite capable. I get it. Yes. Okay. Fine. Let's all just. He's looking to his friend. Let's all just. Well, if I could move, I would signal to my friends. Let's all just. Let's go back to talking, shall we? We're no more people have to die here tonight.
Now, you're.
Cola. Stand closer to the something. No.
Sam.
I'm back.
Hey,
Did our inspiration get cleared? Because I keep track of it on my character sheet, and I should have 2.
Oh shit!
Our
Yeah,
stream
none of us
inspiration doesn't
have.
match
It does not.
our character sheet inspiration.
no. No.
I think I had 12 last
I
time.
think I had 25 of them.
Pretty sure. I had-
I'm pretty sure me and Jake both had 2 each.
Yep, because
But-
we bought them for each other. So it was
Yeah.
that thing that we did for each other.
Oh yeah, you guys had your bromance moment.
We had a little circle jerk. It was nice.
You know.
All right, fine. I got that.
Put their
Zavroski
circle
has
jerk
2.
back on.
Got that circle jerk on. You got it. Let's see.
Yep.
Wait, why isn't that working? Why isn't inspiration for Cole working?
Cause I'm gonna keep on loving you. Nobody gonna join me on that? Okay, fine. Fuck you all.
No, that's all you. That's all
Yeah,
you.
that's all you.
But it was beautiful.
We don't want to take
It was
away
beautiful.
your spotlight.
It wasn't beautiful at all. That wasn't the point.
Maybe because
It was
Cole's
gorgeous.
not up yet.
I thought it was beautiful.
Nobody's gonna join in on some REO Speedwagon, and that's upsetting.
Maybe someone in chat will.
Nope.
Let's see.
Listen, I
Zavroski, you
can
had 2 as well.
bring you some hope.
How about some
Is it
Def Leppard? Pour some sugar on me!
The best part of this is that Hector's like outside his house and his neighbors like
Screaming it.
Oh, they're gonna hate me, but whatever.
Neighbors are like, "What the fuck is that?
Pay back to this asshole. It won't let me get in his yard.
fucker.
Yeah, I was about to say, if he just let you have internet, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, really. I think you should get closer to his house and start singing. Eldritch Blast around his house. Just start screaming Eldritch Blast just every 20
He's
seconds.
gonna think you're cursing him. He's gonna call the cops.
All right, let me know if we need more. If that's set up.
He's
Yeah.
speaking in tongues.
So this guy is. He's yeah.
Or he's
Okay.
gonna call his church, which might be worse.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Look. You are looking for someone, right? Yeah. No.
Little redhead.
What the hell's that guy's name? Where's my?
I'm trying to remember as well, so I'm glad.
Snowbeetle. Oh.
If the
Snowbeetle?
DM doesn't
Somebody
remember-
Snowbeetle.
Snowbeetle?
Dasher. Jeez.
Dasher.
Ash-
Yeah,
Dasher
'cause
Snowbeetle.
we made Rudolph jokes.
Yeah. Well. All right.
We just want to talk to him, dude. Like, it's not even that big a deal. We just want to ask him if he knows where one of our friends are. And you're like making a big deal that's attacking us and shit and causing lives to be
Oh,
lost.
no.
Like your men's lives. So,
What?
I mean,
No, you
the
totally
rats, like,
attacked
whatever you call
me.
them.
No, you guys attacked us. You were the aggressors
No,
here.
you attacked. You were aggressive.
You set up an
threatened us.
ambush. What the hell are you talking about?
Look, we're just protecting our own here, okay? We're protecting our own. We
just wanted to talk to Dasher.
All right. Look. We can talk to Dasher. We can take you to the nest, and
Yeah, that sounds fucking
you can talk to Dasher.
awesome to say. Yeah,
So
let's just
why
go
would we go to your nest?
Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's jump
Sounds
over.
like you
That
you
sounds
might
like
still hold a
another
grudge.
ambush.
Yeah.
So
Well-
all 9 feet 1 inch of raging Ordoth right now. That's just exuding electrical energy.
Aren't you also drunk? Weren't you drunk too?
Yes. Screams from the rooftop. You need to bring him here or I will destroy the rest of you.
Like your desk.
Sorry, honey. Don't pay attention.
And he raises his hand up, and you can see electricity just crackling off of it. So he's ready to smite that rat that's right there.
Hey, you've actually upset our most calm member, so you might want to rethink your actions.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do some dice. We haven't done any dice in a really long time.
Some clickety clack math rocks.
Yeah, man.
So can I draw lightning on the rat dude then?
You wait. You
I'm
can.
right next to him. Hold on a second.
No. So am I.
The one away from everyone.
I was thinking more like trying to intimidate this guy to do what you want him to do. But you know,
you could do lightning near the rat dude and not actually hit him the first time. If you want to.
Okay, let me see what the range of that call lightning is.
I've already given you the intimidate at advantage. I don't know, like you can. I mean, you know.
Okay, I'll do intimidate at advantage. Yes.
Triple
advantage.
Triple advantage.
You get to roll 37 dice and take the best one.
All right. So intimidation. Let's see. Boom, and then boom. Yeah, I'll take that 16.
We'll take the 16. All right. In this situation, that is plenty. He says, yes, I suppose that can work as well. I'll go get him. You guys wait here, and I'll go get him. I'll be right back.
No. You get to stay here, and your little minions get to go get him.
My little friend, too. Yes, no, that's a good idea, too. You, Bob, go to the desk. Fetch.
Kidding. Just that.
I had to. Come on. We had to bring Bob back. Man. When's the last time we had an NPC named Bob? Come on. You, Bob.
Couple months ago.
Go to the nest. Go get Dasher. Bring him back here. Tell him to be careful, but he's probably okay.
All right. Ardoth is going to drop, where Halfling Jerk is, up 2 and to the right 1. That way it doesn't hit anyone, but he's going to drop a lightning bolt right there.
Quickly!
Quick with it.
Go, quickly. So this guy over here, the only guy not stunned, actually, we're at 6. He takes off, heads back, and he morphs into a rat and disappears into the sewer. So he's gone now. These guys, what are you guys like in the meantime? What are you guys sort of doing in the meantime? You can have some time to do whatever you like.
Tie up the jerk face.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my rope and tie him up, just because my stun will eventually wear off. So I'd rather. Yeah.
We'll say stuns, worn off at this point. But he's like, no,
I'm waiting.
No, please don't tie me up.
8 minutes.
Okay, fine.
And now that the combat has stopped, Cole will drop the cloak and go back to normal Cole.
Eldritch Blade.
All right, so several minutes go by, and
What, Ass? Are you coming off the roof? Are you gonna stay up there? You gonna stay up there? Okay. You're drunk, so just don't fall off the roof.
He probably wouldn't even feel it.
I'm just saying.
Have you seen how dense that man is? I mean, physically dense, not mentally dense.
No, yes, I have.
I've embraced it very much so.
There's been a personal level of judging the denseness of that man. Thank you very much.
All right, so you guys, several minutes go by, and you guys kind of set up, and you, out from the same sewer, another halfling that's probably the same guy, or a rat that comes out, and he sort of morphs into a halfling that you think is the same guy, and he says, "We have." What the hell is that guy's name?
Asher?
No.
Prancer.
Rudolph.
Vixen.
Comet.
Listen.
Cupid?
Alton. Alton.
We
Here.
forgot a reindeer. What one was it?
No, Alton. This is Alton. The guy.
Yeah, Alton's the other reindeer.
He looks at.
Alton Toss Cop.
You don't hear about him too often, but because he was a sub. But
He looks at the guy and he says, "Okay, Alton, he's here." And you see in the in that same little sort of sewer entrance, you see this sort of nose pop out and this kind of rat face kind of pop out and look out there. And from there comes out this rat, and he sort of like steps out just outside of the entrance. This rat comes out, and he transforms as you see him into this halfling, and he's got this sort of bright red bushy hair on top, and he's just sort of looking at all of you, and you guys notice that you hear a lot of noise kind of all around you, and you realize that in all the sewers all around you are now many rats sort of peeking their eyes out and sniffing and looking at you. Many of these were rats, or maybe they're just normal rats. And he sort of steps out. Let's just use this guy. He sort of steps out, and he is like, "You want to talk to me about someone? Do I know you? Any of you?"
no, but you know a friend of our friend up there, and he's looking for him. What was his name?
Jet.
Out of character,
Yeah,
weren't we
I was
hired
thinking
to
G.
find Dasher by someone else that was then going to get information for us?
Yeah, no, the guy that told us to go find Dasher, he said he knew information, but that was like our payment was to find this kid.
Exactly right.
Got it.
Well, he was going to
Found
find information. Like he needs to start spending money to get more information for you, Ardath.
Yeah.
He's sort of so he's kind of putting some stuff out, but he's
We're
like
trading life for money and then that
Yeah,
money
'cause
is
I
being
was
traded
broke.
for information.
Yep.
Yeah, we're doing this for Dabble, right?
That's right.
From
Yep. Yeah. So he said, "Do I know any of you?"
You know one of our friends?
He kind of looks from person to person, confused. He has a confused look in his face.
Is he standing on that grate where he left, or can I make my way around there to block said grate so he can't leave?
You
Just
can do
sidestep him.
whatever you want. I'm just trying to set the scene that
I'm gonna
there
block
are a
the
lot
grate.
of these people like around this area right now. So
I know, but I'm gonna block the one that he was coming out of. Just I'm gonna.
you're gonna walk toward. So he is standing just outside of it. Like he's obviously not trusting you. So if you're gonna make a move towards him, you know, he seems very nervous, very very hesitant.
I'm gonna just casually
So-
make my way over towards Zav. Not directly towards him, but I'll walk over towards Zav.
So hypothetically, if I don't know, throwing a random number out there, 9-foot Goliath were to jump down off of a roof behind him, would my terminal velocity land before he could get out that gutter? Hypothetically speaking.
Sure, probably, yeah. You know, I mean, I'd say he just seems nervous. He's obviously nervous. He's not sure what's going on. He's coming here because he was asked to come here, but he's, you know.
From what I
Nervous.
recall, Dasher, your family is looking for you. You have disappeared, and they don't know where you are.
He kind of looks at you, and his eyes. He's sort of a bit of fire sort of glints in his eyes. He's like, "My family? What? Who cares? Who cares about my family? In fact, my past family, my new family knows exactly where I am." And you hear this twittering of rats all around.
I mean, your family seems worried for you. I mean, somebody paid money to find you. We don't know if we assumed it was for good intent, and they were worried for you.
Perhaps they are. Perhaps Mother. I'm sure that Mother. I don't know. It's complicated. Tell her that you couldn't find me. That's good. See, good. Now all is set here. Are we?
See, here is the problem with that. We actually need you to make yourself known to your people again, so we can get paid. So we are at an impasse currently.
Hmm. And he's sort of like, he looks nervous.
Can I
He's-
try to persuade him with that?
Yeah, sure, you can.
All right, roll persuasion for me, somebody.
What's your modifier?
Oh, yeah.
Zavroski will chime in and say,
I
"You
have
don't
max
even necessarily
charisma, so-
have to join your family again. Just at least let them
and
know
I'm,
that
and
you're
I'm
alive."
proficient in it.
Oh, I have his character sheet.
Oh,
You
That's
didn't
not
want me
gonna
to
make it.
roll for you,
doing?
Cole?
What are you
Anna, what did you
doing?
do? Man.
I'm so sorry.
So we're gonna not let Anna roll anymore.
Don't let me
Ever?
roll for Cole
Not even for her
ever.
character.
Hector, that
The
was
crit
a
fail.
that was a natural one, just in case you weren't sure about that.
I mean,
I mean, I can't see anything but your guys' beautiful faces. So
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. It
That's-
was a crit
Great
fail.
Zavroski is
off.
trying to team up with the persuasion there. So
Yeah.
Oh, please let it be
Allow
advantage.
it. Allow
And he-
it.
Please.
So he
Big
says.
man allows it.
So he looks and he's like, and he looks back kind of down to the grate and he's like,
we are not trying to hurt you or fight you. There was a misunderstanding with your boss here, or your leader, or your new dad, however you want to say it. But we just wanted to talk to you, and there's no malicious intent here. We just want to get you and your family connected again. If you don't want to stay with them, you can leave again.
she is as you say this, there's a rat kind of near him, and this rat sort of changes into a halfling. It's a female halfling, and it's a woman. She has raven black hair and stark white skin with sharp red eyes, and she looks at you and she says, "His leader. I am his leader. I decide when he goes and when he does not, and
Well, then you should talk to your friend here, because he made it sound like he was in charge.
He did. He said he was the leader.
Ordoff is gonna leap down right behind them.
Okay. Whoa. All right, so there's
How big is that building?
2 stories. You're on the second story roof, right?
2
So
stories.
what's that? 20 feet ish.
Yeah,
Ish,
2d6.
I'm a healthy boy.
yeah,
You're
you
good,
got half
though.
HP too.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So
I'll
what
give
do I
you
need to
a.
roll?
I'll give you a. Let's see, for 2d6.
Acrobatics?
I'll give you the first d6 for free, and I'll give you a acrobatics check for half damage from the second d6.
Okay. Okay. Let me do acrobatics.
Yeah, Ruby.
So
There
ready
we
for
go.
this?
Actually, we'll just make the DC second story. Make the DC 13. If you make the DC, then no damage. You can just land and look cool.
Ooh, superhero landing.
Yeah.
Bam! No, I hurt my knee.
Oh, these shin splints! Oh, baby!
Oh, that football injury.
All right, I give you the first.
Eldritch blast my knees!
All right, first d6 is free, but you do take 3 damage from the second d6.
So as
I'll take that off
as
your
all
temp
this
HP.
is devolving, Ordoth is not having it. So he just, I don't even know if they even see, but they can just feel the change in wind pressure as this fucking Mack truck of a man drops and lands, doom, right behind them.
And then he hears me go.
Yeah, so the red haired, all the rats are and the red haired guy's like and he like jumps to the ground. Oh my god! The raven haired halfling doesn't even flinch. She doesn't even look at you. In fact, and she says she's actually looking at Elona right now because
I
Elona.
didn't do nothing.
Well, you've made a move, and she's she
I'm
tells
just talking to my good friend Zavroski. I have no idea what you're talking about.
She says, "Look, I don't know why you're here or why you want Dasher. You don't all need to die this night.
We just told you. His family is looking for him. All we want to do is get him to his family. All he has to do is see them for 2 seconds.
God
That's
damn
it.
it! Will somebody pay attention?
Does he want
What?
to see his family? Dasher.
That is not what we were hired for. We were hired to cure him.
Yes.
Cure him.
Sometimes what we are hired for is not what we end up doing. Now, we may be in that situation this night. Let's see. Dasher, do you want to go and see your family? And Dasher looks at her and he's like, and he kind of looks at her almost as if like looking for the answer. And he's like, I don't think so, maybe. And
you at least want to let them know that you're still alive.
You don't have to continue living with them. They just want to know you're breathing.
What is this worth to you?
Your life.
I forget what we were told that we were going to get paid.
Yeah, Ordath is, well, it's sort of an exchange of favors for Ordath. She says, look, we are not unreasonable. And in fact, as Ordath lands, it was this whole thing. But now that you're there, you see that there is a definite accumulation of sparkling eyes in all the gutters, all the dark places all around this whole area. Even you guys have to consider perhaps that this is at least that you're badly outnumbered by these guys.
Maybe we can work out a deal of mutual benefit. We get Dasher to his family.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps we do a favor for you.
A favor? Well, how much is the family paying you?
They are paying us with information they only have.
So there's not even a profit margin to be made. That's unfortunate. Still, the idea that you could do a favor for us, I suppose.
Like you said, this does not have to end in violence. I don't want to kill any more of your little people.
Yes, and she sort of sneers a little bit at that. She says, yes, you have.
I just want to say I didn't kill any of you guys because I can't.
I want to let you know that they attacked us first. So it was in self-defense.
Yes, and it seems your friend over here, Alton, did not have a good idea of who he was coming into contact with.
Indeed, and she looks at
fucking around with amateurs.
She looks at Alton, and she sort of like kind of looks angrily for a moment at him.
Mom glare.
And but she looks back and she says, yes, and then she really pierces Cole with her glance or her stare. She's like, yes, I would hate for you to kill any more of my children tonight.
No.
Very well. I suppose, though, that we could use some information at some time. And I suppose that, Dasher, if you did want to visit your former family and let them know of your new family whereabouts, I suppose there's little harm in that. And Dasher's kind of looking between you guys like...
I am glad you are a woman of understanding and not
That sounds kind of...
reckless
Actually,
action.
we're actually great people. Don't worry.
We're heroes, actually.
As you say, we're heroes. She's like, oh my god!
Don't be alarmed. We're heroes.
We're heroes.
All right. Well then, where can we find you to bring Dasher? Then we'll
Right here, like right now.
But I can't just. What if you're just trying to kidnap him? I can't just let him go on his own like that.
If we
He
wanted
seems
to
pretty capable
kidnap
of
him,
being
we
on his
would have.
own.
Never mind. Never mind.
Tell you what. How about this? You know where to find us. We will send Dasher, and she looks at Dasher, back to his family, his former family, to let them know where he is and where he belongs.
That is all that we wanted.
And where can we find you so we can collect on our end of things once this is all done?
Definitely not ambush us with all your.
Are we actually going to give them our our home?
In fact,
Oh,
don't
I
worry.
just had the worst idea.
In fact, don't worry. We'll find you. We'll.
I'm sure you can.
It's
You-
not
you
that
are-
hard to find me, anyways. Some of you probably already know of me.
Yes, the great Zavroski performs all around town, all over the country. You should know his name.
Indeed, the great Zavroski. She seems to be sort of chewing over the name. The great Zavroski. Indeed. Ah, yes. Well, very well then. We are convinced. We shall send Dasher tomorrow, and he can meet with his former family, inform them of his whereabouts, and we'll consider this matter closed. And I dare say that you owe me one.
That is what we agreed upon. So yes,
Very well then.
I bid you good day or
bid-
good night.
Indeed. And at least a dozen sparkly eyes sort of fade off into the darkness, scurry out into various exits around this area, and you guys find yourselves alone. In fact, including the two guys that were there. They morph into rats and just scurry off.
Oh.
We
I
should
kinda
That's a
move
really
out of
cool
this area
place.
for a moment. I believe there's a roof that got destroyed. We should probably make our spells sparse.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a couple dead bodies on the floor, so we should definitely leave.
Also, does anyone think that was a cult? Because I think it's a cult.
Definitely.
I mean, I
It's
think it's
definitely
more
a
of
cult, right?
a clan.
But he didn't
Wait.
really seem like he had any autonomy to say what he wanted to say. He kept looking at it and unless that's some weird. I think it's a cult.
I mean,
Could be,
if
or it could just be that Dasher is not very strong-willed.
that is very possible.
It is a cult, and the boy is weak.
I mean, probably
I suppose both of those things can be true.
a cult. Should we be concerned that it's a cult? Did we just make a deal with a cult? Are we gonna
It's
have
okay,
to
we can kill them later.
sacrifice one of us? Because if it is, I vote Zavroski.
I think if anything would happen, they'd make one of us a were-rat.
Yes.
I mean, does that mean I can't get hurt? Because I couldn't punch any of them.
Oh, that would
I mean,
actually
I
be kind of
punched them.
cool.
Didn't do anything.
My sword did plenty.
My sword did plenty. My fist did
Maybe we
nothing.
should get you. Maybe we should get you a couple of blades or something.
Ew.
Or find some sort of magical knuckles, brass knuckles.
My fists
That would
are
be good.
magical
That-
on their own. Thank you very much.
Well, we mean actual magic.
The kind that would have hurt the were-rats. That kind of magic.
That's the reason my sword was hurting them. Not because it was a sword, but because it's magic.
Oh,
Well, apparently they are very, very allergic to lightning, and I have plenty of it left. So
Is it
I'm not
allergic
possible.
or is it just it's lightning?
I think most living things are allergic to lightning.
In that sense,
I
yeah.
don't think it's an allergy. I think it's just
Do you know
it's
what happens
lightning.
to a toad when it gets struck by lightning?
I'm pretty sure I'm not allergic to anything, and if you hit me with lightning, I would also go into a pile. I don't think it's an allergy.
He
Are you
puts
sure
up
you're
his
just not
hand and
allergic to-
lightning starts to
Do it.
spark.
Do it. Do it.
PvP right here in the middle of the
Do it.
square.
I heard
So
getting
for the
hit by
first time
lightning
since
gives a
his
really cool tattoo.
drunk rage fest, he chuckles.
Do it.
That'd be cool. Getting struck by
End
lightning
me.
is known to leave
He'll
cool
go
scars.
up to her.
Leave some really
With his
cool
hand?
scars.
He'll go up to her like this, really intense,
Do
and
it.
then touch her like on the shoulder to give her like a static shock.
That wasn't lightning.
So you're not allergic, so it doesn't hurt you.
Ah, shit. I am a god. And I'm gonna run into the
The
logic. You have just made the dumb mistake of making Elona believe she's not allergic to lightning.
Oh, I got
No,
so many
that's
heals for her.
That's
That's
never
gold
gonna come
right
back
there.
to bite the party at all, ever.
Oh, I love it. Hang on. Wait, notes. Elona is immune to
There's
lightning.
a bunch of Tesla traps.
Immune to
Don't
lightning.
worry, I got it.
Don't worry, I'm immune.
Oh, this has to go into the notes. This is
It
actually...
is I, Elona, the god of lightning.
Elona.
So what level cure wounds do I need to reverse 3rd-degree burns?
You need to take
I think it's at
mass
least a
cure
3rd
wounds
level.
and just
Yeah.
use it on me.
Yeah.
All right, Elona is immune to lightning. It's now canon. You are there.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys have actually dealt with these this Whereat gang, whatever this is, cult. It's the middle of the night. Heading back to the tavern, I suppose.
Bedtime.
Well, while keeping an eye on our back, that we don't see any little itty bitty eyes following us.
Oh, maybe perception check.
Perception checks.
Sure.
I'm not rolling for him.
Come on, Anna. You can't roll two ones in a row.
Not doing it.
Okay, Jake.
You got my character sheet, Roy. Just roll yourself.
I'll roll for him.
He's
I
got
just rolled
you.
for him and I rolled a 2.
God
Jake's
damn,
got you.
can y'all
God
stop
damn it,
rolling
Jake.
for him? You all are terrible.
We'll just keep going. We got one. Now we have
All right,
two.
so
Keep
I'm
incrementally
going to make an executive decision. Roy is rolling for me.
Okay.
Oh, I got this. All right, here we go. Let's see. What can I roll?
A fucking nat
A
20.
If
nat
y'all-
20.
see?
Yeah, that's fair.
Now you got it, Cole. I got you, man. From now on out, I got you. Nat 20s here on out.
I
Here
was
we go.
gonna say you could be proud in like what 15 more rolls from us, because then we'll be in the high numbers.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys do head back. You're pretty sure that there are a abnormally high number of rats around the city of. I mean, the city of Waterdeep is full of rats. It's like it's just a thing in this city. But tonight there may be more than
Just
usual.
more aware of it now.
There may be,
Bubonic
yeah.
plague.
So you're not
That
sure.
one's got 6'9" on his face.
You're not sure if maybe you're just noticing them more or if they're more prevalent, but it seems almost hard to escape that there's basically a rat around every corner, so it feels, at least.
Not to alarm anyone, but we are definitely being watched and monitored by our rodent friends.
Should we go somewhere that isn't our house?
With as many eyes as I'm seeing on us, I don't think it would even matter if we
They'll
went
catch
somewhere
up.
else. Or
I'm sure they'll catch up to us in another day, if not today.
Okay, so hear me out. We get a bunch of rat traps, and we line the floor of our tavern with it. And then, just saying, if there's someone that we don't like who comes into our tavern, boom, rat traps to the feet. They hurt, trust me.
I love
Yes.
Elona.
You know that we're still trying to entertain people at the bar, though.
What's more entertaining than drunk rat traps?
I mean,
got a
she's not
solid
wrong.
point.
That does
I mean-
sound funny.
She's not wrong.
You get really
it could
drunk
be a-
and you make an obstacle course
Yes.
with rat traps. I am a genius.
As the night goes on, like every half hour of the night, you add another trap to the floor, right? So as the longer the night goes on,
And the last person at the end of the night who hasn't gotten their foot fucked up by a rat trap gets free drinks.
For the next night.
No, for that
Promo.
night, because then
It's a
people will be like
promo.
buying drinks, being like, nah, I'm not gonna get a rat trap, and then they're gonna get really drunk and they're gonna get a face full of rat traps, and they owe us for the
Yes,
drink.
but you get them to come back if you make the prize on the
What if
next
we don't
day.
want them to come back?
We do want
That's the
repeat
whole point
customers.
of a business. Repeat customers.
I'm just saying, like, at some
It's a hilarious idea.
this is great. This is like, how do we grow our business talks with the half orc with the single digit intelligence score, right? Like this is
6 IQ.
I got it. Like here's what we do. Anyone that comes in the
Rat
door,
traps.
we punch him in the face. Yeah.
Yes. Instead of one of those like test your strength machines, it's just me, and instead of them punching me, I punch them in the throat.
And if they can stay standing, they get a free drink.
I think it's perfect. Foolproof plan. I am a genius. Where is my money?
Yeah.
We're gonna
We'll
promote
call
it.
it the Elona bet.
Maybe that's why the first month that we did the roll, like you guys actually lost some money that first month. Maybe you guys were
because Elona wasn't in charge of the promotions.
You might want to start like sidelining Elona's ideas or something, and not actually implementing all of her ideas for the.
I think someone needs to make a list of all the dumb fucking ideas Elona comes up with.
We also need to have another fight night at the bar.
Yes.
Calm down, Cole. Jesus
But
Christ,
then what we do
fast.
instead of us just fighting,
it doesn't need to be the ladies. It could be
to our
anybody.
and we punch
Oh
each
man,
other
punch
with
to the
rat
face, rat
trap.
trap.
All right, somebody mute Anna.
She's fully a cartoon in cartoon mode right now.
Fully cartoon form.
So as they're
Can't
fighting,
tell.
they start fighting, and then every round at the end of the round,
Rat
they
traps.
get rat traps on them. And so then the next round they fight, and then after that more rat traps. And the longer they fight, the more rat traps they have on them.
Semi-serious question: how much gold would it cost to make armor out of rat traps?
Somebody goes to punch you. No, God damn you.
Ow! My hand.
Just a semi-serious question: how much would it cost to get armor made entirely out of rat traps?
I'm not. I don't. Where,
I mean, you could probably modify scale mail.
You know, this is
Okay, follow-up question. How many hours will it take her before we leave every single time to set all the fucking rat traps?
And then them going off by accident. We're trying to sneak somewhere.
Trying to stealth check and just.
There you go, cloak of rat traps. That's what we want to add in.
I need a cloak of rat traps. Can someone make that for me? I would love that.
That's not bad. It's a great anti-pickpocket thing. Though it would be a fun drinking
Right.
game, right? It's like you have like a rat trap. You actually set a rat trap, and
That's what I'm saying.
when you do
for our
the
bar.
rat, so you set like a free drink coupon is the bait of the trap, and if you can go in and pull out the drink coupon, you get the free drink.
Yeah, you get the. Listen.
That is awesome.
All of Elona's promotions for
There
this
you go.
bar are rat trap based, but I think they're great. Give me the rat traps. Hello, Rage. Welcome to me talking about rat trap armor.
Yes, rat trap armor.
I want it.
A cloak of rat traps. How many ways can we set traps and hit ourselves with rat traps?
Yes.
There's a lot.
What were we
Have
doing?
you ever
We were
seen
doing
the Jackass
something, and then
movie?
I went on a tangent about rat traps.
I got
for 10
sidetracked.
minutes.
Yeah, the rat trap thing.
Instead
Oh.
of her, since she's a
We're
monk,
getting
instead
back.
of throwing ninja stars, she'll throw out rat traps.
Rat traps.
Yep. There you go.
Set rat traps and just chuck them at people.
Instead of a hand buzzer when she goes to shake people's hands, rat trap.
Brass knuckles, but rat traps.
Eldritch rat trap.
Eldritch rat traps.
I have no idea
Guys,
what we're doing. What are we
I know we've missed each other for a very long time.
Eldritch rat.
Let's get this shit back on the track.
All right, what do we? Where were
You
we?
said get it back on the traps?
Where?
Back on the
Rat
traps.
trap.
Bees, you're not
You guys
helping.
have tracks?
Oh boy.
Eldritch rat traps. Someone help.
All right, before we before the great rat trap side story of
Debacle.
2020, yeah, we were. Oh, we're wrapping the day.
Heading back.
You guys are headed home, headed back to the tavern, wrapping the day. It's been a long, long day.
Did you say ratting the day? Rat traps?
It is. No. Okay, so I'm looking at you guys. This day, well, I assume you're wrapping the day, right? No? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Sure.
So what do you guys
Okay.
what do you guys have planned for tomorrow? Who has plans for tomorrow? I know Ordath, you probably need to go and touch base with your guy for that mission that you just did.
Yes. And
Yeah,
if we're ending
I
the
will-
night, then Anna needs to check her DMs.
Yes, did you slide into my DMs?
Oh.
Please. Did you
Oh.
slide into my
Oh.
DMs?
Hey, Roy.
Yo.
Roy. Is that that package? Is it delivered to the bar?
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, both of them. Oh.
Wait, what?
All
Am
right.
I about to be thrown into the throes of a love triangle again? Is that what's
Yep.
happening
Oh boy.
now?
All right, so apparently, Elona.
Only a matter of time.
Hey, I just want to say that my rat traps got me some inspiration from Icky, so just he
Hey.
gave me rat trap inspiration. Icky, I will only use that inspiration on something rat trap based. Rat traps.
Oh man.
Rat trap saving throws.
Rat trap saving throw. What is
all
the
right.
saving throw for rat trap? Kyle?
Let's see. Oh, we gotta do our okay. All right, Elona, you get back to your.
hi.
You guys all get back to the bar, and you're greeted there. As you
Rat
walk
traps.
into the bar, the spirit leaf sends each of you floating your way. There's a few patrons left in the bar. Things are still happening here. But it's winding down, end of the night. As you walk in the door, as usual, Leaf has already has your favorite drinks floating towards you through the air. The spectral drinks are being delivered. You guys grab that, and you guys head up to your respective rooms. Elona, as she opens the door to her room, notices two things. Elona. On a desk in your room, there is
desk. That's comedic.
Let me know if I get this right or wrong. Let me know if I get this wrong. There is a group of 5 daisies that are in a vase or laid on the
pillow.
Laid on the pillow. So you notice, on the pillow there are 5 daisies lying on the pillow there. Also, there is a paper wrapped rectangle leaning against the desk in the room. It's a rectangle. It's maybe.
Is it rat trap sized?
No, this is way bigger than a rat. In fact, if this is a rat trap, this is the biggest fucking rat trap in the world.
Where rat trap?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Gamer Mom Luna.
Perfect.
Hey, man, welcome you guys.
needed
Thank you.
this. A second raid.
Yo,
Hey,
how on
rat
your
traps.
raid?
Man, yeah, man.
Rat traps.
And so yeah, so this is it's like a paper, like the paper's wrapped. It's like a wrapped something.
Oh, it's like a present.
Thin, yeah. It's thin and wide. Something maybe this the dimensions of a painting or something, perhaps.
I'm gonna first take the daisies off my pillow and put them on my bookshelf. That's empty because I don't own books, nor do I read.
Lots of room there.
Listen,
Got a lot
to
of space in there.
The only thing that's currently on that is the decaying Arnie's hand that's just chilling on that bookshelf. Arnie's
the
left
best
hand that
scene,
is
man.
probably so gross
I
at
love
this point.
You still
How
have
many
that in your
episodes
room? Oh,
I
God.
literally have it in my inventory. It's the first thing. It's Arnie's left hand in my inventory.
We're gonna have to figure out how fast severed body
decayed is
parts.
that left hand?
Yeah.
Her room probably smells so bad.
It's Elona, so does she care?
Well, yeah,
No.
but at some point it's going to start getting out into the rest of the rest of
You
the
guys are gonna have to do an
areas.
intervention and be like, Elona, throw that away.
For real, look, man.
Please.
2 things, just sorry to interrupt. 1, B's character name is wrong. It says he's Raleigh and not Orda. And 2, he should have inspiration because Icky bought him inspiration.
Uh-oh, hang on, I can fix both of those. Wait, why did
Roy,
both
wow.
Wow, Roy.
Wow,
Wow.
Roy.
why
I'm gonna
I got
fix
thrown
this
under
while
the
I was
bus?
going on my tangent about rat traps.
Look
But
at that.
no.
Is that
So
fixed?
thank you very much, Icky.
To cover the naked,
I
yes.
appreciate it.
Look,
Yeah,
that's fixed. I fixed that
and
part. Hang on.
I am
look at
actually
two.
undercover as Raleigh right now, so that's what.
Okay. Okay.
I just want to point out that I thought of another rat trap based item.
I thought of
But
a great one.
The club of
So I
rat
want-
traps.
No, but I want to go like full Home Alone and like just tie a bunch of rat traps so when you open the door it just slams into your face.
Oh,
A bunch of rat traps to the face.
or you could use rat trap bolos.
Rat
Ooh.
trap bolos, there you go.
Rat trap straight at the ankles. Like,
That
let's
is 200
go.
IQ right there.
That's-
IQ right there.
Oh yes, please, rat trap bolos. What was I doing? Oh, there was something sentimental
Yeah.
happening, right?
One of
Not
the
rat
yeah,
trap
yeah.
based.
fun
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
One of the fun parts of being a dungeon master is that sometimes you got to figure out how much damage does a rat trap bolo cause. Like you have to
I
actually
need you to
like
figure out how much
I mean,
rat
at
trap
least
armor
34.
costs.
see like I have no idea. All right, I'm sorry. Back to
There was something
Elona's
sentimental
Back
happening. Yeah.
to
Elona's
life,
room.
Back
Yeah.
to reality.
I'm gonna move the daisies to my bookshelf that only has a man's left hand on it, and then I'm gonna open whatever this where rat trap size. I'm also only going to ask what things are in comparison to a rat trap size. So just be prepared for that.
I need all my measurements in the rat traps.
Yeah, I'm approximately how many rat traps tall? I'm gonna.
I don't know. Oh shit! I don't have any. I don't know. How big is a rat
I
trap?
measure large things in Jawses.
In Jaws.
Like a bus is one Jaws.
Okay.
Football field, you've got like Jaws is like 25 feet. Right? So.
Yeah.
Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
I'm gonna open this present that's in my room. What is it?
All right, you open it, and it's actually a wooden frame. You realize you have the back of it, and you turn it around, and you tear the paper off, and you're struck for a moment, stunned, in fact, because somehow someone has caught the exact likeness in your brain that you remember of the person that you called your mother your entire life.
Oh, wait! I have a painting of my mom now.
Yes, and it's not. It's a painting of your mom, and as you hold it, you look at it, and it's like an incredibly lifelike painting. Like this is a preposterously sort of surreal bit of art, and as you look at it, you're sure that the face in the painting is actually looking back at you.
In like a creepy way, like a spying kind of way, or like a comforting kind of way?
You feel comforted. You feel love.
Okay.
You feel this is.
There is a small plaque at the bottom on the frame that says, "So you'll never forget her face again."
Oh, that's so cute. That's unnecessarily cute for the level of comfort I was ready for this evening. Okay, can we go back to talking about rat traps now?
Fucked
Oh,
up.
I want to hear more
That's
about
fucked up,
Cole being
Cole.
a smooth motherfucker.
We agreed. We agreed on a $3 limit. All right.
We had no such agreement.
One was Daisy's, one is a painting of my mom.
Cole's like, I spent 3 gold on the art supplies and painted that painting.
That's
Get your art
amazing.
game on, boy.
Does it have a note? Do I know who it's from?
The only thing it says is, "So you won't ever forget her face again."
Aww.
I'll let
That's
Elona
damn
figure
sweet.
out who it's from.
Oh, she won't.
She
She'll
only
never-
talked about her mom's face with Cole.
I mean, that is true, but she's also not smart. I'm gonna
Okay,
hang it
on the back there, on the back of the painting, it says, "To Elona from Cole."
There we go. Please, for the love of God, don't think this is from like Ordath or Jake
Yeah.
or even Zavroski. I swear to God, it's from me, Cole.
Yep.
I'm gonna
In fact, there is actually a there's actually a note pinned to the back, a second note pinned to the back, and it says it basically it's a small little note, and it says, "You simply need to ask politely."
Oh, I will never do that. What is that?
And it's and it's signed. What's the name of that? I forgot her name.
Oh,
now.
it was the
Shit.
crazy lady.
Oh, the fucking batshit lady who had the moving paintings?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, because Cole is a smart guy.
There he is. There he
Oh,
goes.
well now I definitely
Nice.
don't trust this painting. No, this is a sketch.
It doesn't just look like it's looking at you. It is looking
It is.
Yeah,
at
and
you.
it's her. Okay, hello? Painting.
Painting on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
I don't know what I'm
Elona.
supposed to
Elona.
ask you for. But please? If it doesn't do anything, I'm just gonna hang it up.
Yeah, you can't shake the sense that the painting is sort of, or the person, not the painting, the person in the painting is sort of looking at you, perhaps, I don't know, expectantly.
It's a Hogwarts painting.
Oh.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm gonna hang it up in my room. Aw.
Okay.
How's that $3 limit going for you, Ordaf?
Damn.
He put that shit on himself. We never said anything about that.
Damn. All right.
Damn. All right.
I mean, I didn't know we were going low. I thought I didn't
plan
know.
was set in motion a couple months ago.
Long time ago.
See, it's
Long
cool.
time ago.
It's cool. It's all right. You win this round.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, Ordaf did get kissed, and you have not, Cole. So
Oh.
there is that.
It's
I'm
all
just
about who gets
saying.
first, BJ. So
Now-
He owns history. So Cole is playing catch up.
That's all right.
Yagra.
'cause
That
now
she
that
already
I
won
know-
then.
Now
Yeah,
that I
yeah.
know the
Yeah.
gloves are on,
Yagra already won then, if that's the rules of who wins.
whatever. Second place.
Second place.
Hey, you
That's all I'm
don't know
saying.
anything. You don't know anything about that painting. Only she knows about that painting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everyone will know eventually.
She has a lot to learn about that painting. Don't worry.
Distrust.
I told the lady just a painting.
Distrust.
Totally just a painting.
Yeah, okay.
Just so you know, I had your father come with me to the artist and help me describe your mother.
Oh,
Oh
that's
my
really
God.
fucking
God
cute.
So it is as
Oh.
accurate as possible.
Cole is sweet
My
as
man.
fuck. God damn. Okay. I see you, Cole. All right. After that, I'm gonna go get a drink. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Oh yeah, yeah. He went straight to the dad. Yeah, that's like
I need a drink.
just playing for real.
Drink.
You know, I actually need a drink too. Let's take a quick break. Take a
break.
no. We don't have to. Let's take a quick
I
break.
mean, I'll be able to go get some AC for a few minutes, so
Yeah.
that'll be cool.
No, you don't
Cole,
wanna kill
Cole, go cool
For that
off.
stunt, you stay outside.
You guys take a quick break. I'm going to talk to you guys because tomorrow is a new day, and I don't know that I know what you guys are doing tomorrow. So
Yeah,
the
doppelgangers.
I was
to talk to.
I was gonna be helping Ardaf with whatever he wants to do for.
I think
his
we
jet
all need to go to the
situation.
yawning portal, right? Because that's where the doppelgangers and Matrim and Dabble and everything is.
I'm just suggesting just consider what you guys are going to be doing when we get back. Let's take 5 so that poor Hector can cool off and break a sweat. Not break a sweat. No, unsweat.
I'm sweating my ass off. So
Yeah, what do you call it when
Go
you stop
just
sweating?
Strip naked and go sit in front of the freezer.
Yeah, strip naked's
I don't
fine,
have
but
AC either.
keep the camera here and up, okay? The camera stays here and up. We don't need the whole full body camera thing, okay? Let's just do
Hey,
the...
Twitch terms of service: men can be shirtless, women cannot. Just want to point that out.
No way, is that
Oh,
real?
taking it off.
Men can be
For
shirtless now on
our
Twitch terms
tier
of service.
3, for our tier 3 subs, we will actually on the break show you from nip down on Hector.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
That's
not...
our Patreon. Get it.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
Patreon, that's right.
Patreon. on tier
I'm
3
sorry,
subs.
that's my OnlyFans, okay?
All right, quick 5-minute break. Refresh yourselves, bio, whatever you got to do. We will see you guys very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Or if you do come anywhere, come right back. See, no.
Eldritch Blade!
No.
Eldritch Blade!
Come here. Get the...
Rat traps.
Rat
Rat traps.
Murderhobos?
Well, no, we're actually the Edgelords and Murderhobos, and welcome back. Thank you for
Hi guys.
Hi, everybody.
just once. I'm gonna put on my bucket list like one time to come back like in a normal way where we're not
Done
like.
that. I can go find you episodes. I'm the queen of our YouTube. Give me a minute.
That didn't happen. Come on. Did we ever actually like hey, look, we're like cool.
Bet.
We're coming in.
Bet.
No, I wouldn't bet against you. Not betting against you. All right, so we are. So it is the night closes and dawn the next day. It is day. All right, the dawn dawns. What does the dawn do? Does dawn rises? The sun rises. Dawn dawns. Dawn dawns.
It dawns.
It dawns upon you that the sun is up. I don't know how early any of you are getting up, or what are you doing?
Wasn't Elona coming downstairs to get a drink before the evening?
She was.
Or was that the next day?
I mean, I could get morning drunk too.
I am a simple observer. You guys tell me what's happening here because I clearly have no control over any of this.
What is control?
Nothing,
You're a
exactly.
DM. You're just here to facilitate
I am
the
exactly.
rat traps.
I'm just an enabler.
You're an enabler, Roy. That's all you are. You're an enabler.
The only thing I'm going to do is tell you how much damage Rat Trap does. That's basically what all my job
Have you
is here
figured
tonight.
out how much my armor costs yet?
I have a ballpark.
Too bad I can't, wear armor as a monk. Without it.
Yeah, but that's like
Next character.
Next character.
Next character. There it is. Someone quick, kill Elona.
No, we like Elona. Come on.
Yeah, but I could play Rat Trap. Their name. Just call them Rat Trap.
I really love my favorite image in all of that is actually the whole thing where the hand buzzer, like Hector said, the hand buzzer. Rat Trap.
Snap.
Ah! Hey, how you doing? Rat Trap. Ah!
Yeah, Rat Trap.
Eldritch Rat Trap.
Never trust a handshake.
They think they're a sorcerer, but really all they're doing is just throwing rat traps at people.
That's right. Exactly right. Exactly.
Rat trap.
That is a cool character idea.
You're welcome.
Like he
Mine.
acts like a sorcerer.
Copyrighted internet, it's mine.
But he's not actually a sorcerer. He's actually just like some rogue who's throwing rat traps. But like,
Yeah, who's fucking delusional as all hell. Yeah.
oh yeah, hang on, I gotta write that up.
No,
Okay,
it's mine. I copyrighted
you
it.
guys
It's
play-
mine.
Some of them and throws them, and then set some of them on fire and throws them.
You guys play. I got some notes to write. Hold on. Rat trap.
You guys play.
Technically, you could be
I need you.
you could be an artificer and do that, right?
Oh yeah, you can make some enchanted rat traps.
That walk by themselves.
Confuse them.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yes.
Walking rat traps.
That set themselves.
I like
Well,
Make
this.
armor that
Call
sets
them
itself.
mousers. Call them mousers.
There we go. This is.
I did not get that idea from Ninja Turtles at all.
Yeah, don't worry. Keep going, guys. Keep going. Mousers, magical and animated rat traps.
If anyone uses this, we're gonna sue you. There's gonna be a cease and desist letter on your doorstep.
You know he's writing all this down to use against us in
Oh,
our next fight, right?
100%. 100%. Good thing I'm immune to rat traps.
Raven-haired, red-eyed lady is actually rat trap.
Wolf.
Yeah, she's actually a rat trap. That's really ironic since she's in a cult of were-rats, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
Though she did
What
seem to
were
be
you
She
doing?
doing
uses the thing
Roy
that
said
kills them
something
the
about a
most
larger
as her
plot
greatest
to this
weapon.
game or something that we weren't playing or something. We were just talking about rats.
Oh,
You guys do
Okay.
you. You guys do you. The game, the world goes on.
Elona and Bar, and go.
Wait, so it's still night
It can be
before?
the morning. No, it can be morning. She'll
Morning.
go get drunk in the morning.
Yeah. So morning.
drunk.
You guys have
Day
kind of your.
drinking.
You guys have kind of your usual morning thing where you guys all kind of get up with sometime around dawn or whenever people kind of get up, and you sort of have this sort of general meeting thing in the morning down in the bar. The bar is empty except for you guys in almost all of these mornings.
I'm lugging the painting downstairs.
It's not huge. It's like a 20 by 30.
It's still
But
enough to have
it's
to be
nice size.
lugged.
It's a nice size. Yeah.
20 by 30? Damn.
Yeah, it's not that big. It's just a 20 by 30 painting of your
2
mom.
foot by 3 foot. Not
Yeah.
that big a deal.
I mean, that's a regular portrait size, guys.
Yeah, it's still big.
A regular
expecting
portrait
it to be
size
like-
is large, sir.
Yeah.
See the Mona Lisa?
As
I
you're carrying
mean,
this painting,
Like
Some of the frames that I worked with at school were much larger, so that's kind of small.
Mm.
as you're carrying this painting,
It's not about the size.
the
Cole,
painting
it's not about the size.
feels warm and cozy to you as you're kind of carrying it. You almost can feel like you almost can imagine.
Is it hugging me? Is
It's not. No, the painting's not
painting
hugging you, but you find
painting
yourself
hug?
sort of remembering a hug, remembering that fondly, as if. It's a warmth. It's a very cozy, very comforting sort of feeling carrying this painting around with you.
I'm gonna set it up in a chair next to me. Like it's sitting next to me.
I'm gonna feed it porridge.
I'm gonna get it drunk.
Mom, we're having our first drinks together.
This is what I do in my spare time.
I like how Elona became a valley girl all of a sudden.
I can't do a New York accent.
All right, so as you guys
You
come
did
down,
one fine as a raccoon.
Did I?
Yeah.
Did I really?
I think he just used his normal voice. It was just me and Bees.
I just normal voiced it.
I blacked out during that game.
Yes!
I didn't pay attention at all to anything.
That's how you play. So you guys, you come down into the common room of the bar, the tavern, and Elona is.
What's the tavern called, Roy?
It
Without
is
looking at notes.
the
What's the tavern
spirit
called?
of the Hydra. Spirits of the Hydra.
Hey, look at you!
Hey!
I'm sure he
He's
did.
growing. He's learning.
I had to
I
study.
saw his eyes shift down.
Yeah,
Well, I had to-
he was definitely looking at
Well, I
this.
was going to look for notes, and she's like, "Don't look at notes." Like,
It's okay. We appreciate the fact you, after 26 episodes, finally remember our name.
Yeah. Well, I had to study. I had to do a lot of cramming today because I was like, okay, it's been a long time since I had to remember this. I'd put it all back into short-term memory, right? It's yeah. Had to load all the floppy disks and put all that into my random access
Oh
memory.
man, floppy, that's gonna take forever.
That's the way that's the speed my brain works these days, man. The older I get, it's like, get out of here, All right. So anything happening at the bar this morning, or what do you guys,
Zavroski's gonna bring forward the information from Mert, let everyone know that Bonnie is a doppelganger at the Yawning Portal, allegedly, and it might be a good idea to see if we could get them on our side.
The doppelgangers.
Yep.
All right.
And
That's kind of
it would
spy.
be good to talk to Matrim, as Mert is under the impression that he has some talents that might be useful to us as well. At least find out who he's working for and make sure he's not working against us.
The stairs cry as Ordoth starts walking down. The... Good morning, everyone.
Ordath, you come down, and as you're looking down, and you're thinking, oh, she must have found the daisies by now. And you come down.
I'm on
And you
cloud
see her.
nine,
You see her actually. You're like, oh yeah. And you're like coming down the stairs, screaming. And there is Elona in a chair, and in the chair next to her is this painting, this gilded painting that is clearly this work that has must have cost an
$4.
awful lot more than $3, sitting there. And you're struck by two things. One is how unbelievably lifelike the painting is, and two is how doting Elona is, just looking at the painting and sort of like almost like rubbing up next to the painting and cozying up next to it.
Wow, that is amazing. Where did you get that, Elona?
Cole left it for me in my room.
At that moment, Cole walks down the stairs.
Yeah, Cole's on the banister, the balcony above, just listening.
And Cole's like,
Chase just
and
eating
wait
an
for it,
MLT watching.
my entrance.
That's right, exactly.
There it is.
That is impressive. Very, very impressive.
Look! It finally came! Yes!
Mhm.
How do you like it?
I'm gonna go hug him. And by hug him, I mean crush him because he's tiny.
Oh,
There it is.
I can't breathe, Elona!
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
My bad.
oh. So you like it?
Jakey, come here.
What's up?
Come here.
I'm here.
Oh.
Jakey's in his
I'm just
underwear.
point to the paint. He's been
Scratching
there
his
the entire
balls.
time. I just ignored him.
He's like,
He's behind the bar,
Yeah,
actually
like
just
whatever.
cleaning a glass.
I'm just gonna point to the painting.
That's awesome. Who did that?
My mom!
Ah, looks amazing. How'd you get that? Where'd you get it?
Well, Cole got it for me, but I don't know where he got it from, but it's super cool.
Good
Also,
job.
it
Cool.
kind of like stares into your soul a little bit, which is cool, I guess.
Well,
but
that might be from who we got it from. You remember that really talented painter lady that was kind of a little bit crazy, but had a little bit magic in her paintings?
Oh, the one who was obsessed with her ex-boyfriend, and I told her that,
Yeah.
you know, she didn't need a man, and then she probably would have killed me if you guys didn't get me out of there.
Yeah, that lady. We did not tell her it was for you.
Okay, because I was gonna be like, are we sure that it's not a bomb?
Well, it was a thought that I had since we spoke that one time about you feeling bad about forgetting what she looked like. So I spoke to your father and came up with a plan to have this very talented artist paint her.
So my dad knows about it too?
Well, I don't know what she looked like, so I went to somebody that did.
That's fair. Because I was gonna say, like, did you meet her and not tell me? Because then I was gonna be a little pissed. But that makes a lot more sense. I'm gonna
So
take this upstairs, and I'm gonna just run it back upstairs.
I'm so happy she likes it.
Or Dad is seething in the corner.
Death is at the bar, and he just grabbed the nearest bottle of whatever the fuck he could grab, and he just grabbed it and started drinking.
How many
Yeah, in fact,
days
it's
was
cool,
Ordeath
this
with us
bar.
until we turned him into an alcoholic?
because when you
Oh,
start,
not long. Yeah.
Like
world
3
record.
days.
yeah, this bar is actually really cool because as soon as you start kind of looking around for something, you see a bottle, almost as if you were thinking of that, just sort of like place itself on the bar next to you.
Yeah. So he's not even gonna like pour a cut. He's just right to the head.
Yeah, that's true. A bottle and a glass get pushed next
that-
to you.
That and obliviously, Cole is gonna clap Art off on the shoulder and be like, "So we ready to go look for Jet? Huh?"
Damn.
Sure. Yep.
Damn.
Let's go.
Ooh, there's some
let's
salt
go.
in the wound for you. Jeez.
You know, maybe
As
you'll be
he
better
gets
at
up.
finding your mentor too, like he is like wooing your woman.
As he gets up, he's gonna turn around and he's gonna clap him on the back too and be like, "That was an amazing gift." And I mean, clap him a little too hard. Great job.
Cole stumbles forward and almost falls. Yes,
Kissing
it
contest.
it was a nice gift. For my friend.
Well, people are very lucky to have anyone in their life as thoughtful as you. And he's just gonna walk out with the bottle still in hand.
And so Elona, you actually go upstairs and you put the painting down, and as you're like putting it down, you kind of touch it for just a moment, and as you do, you're certain that you feel a hand actually caressing your cheek, and you're like, wait, that's not supposed to happen on the painting. And you're like, put it back, and it's just a painting.
Best painting ever.
Or creepy as fuck.
Philip murdered you.
I mean, if you grew up loving the Addams Family like me, that's the greatest painting ever.
I mean, yes, but also for Elona, terrifying. Okay. Thank you, painting mom.
You the painting smiles at you warmly.
I just want to check, really. You're not a bomb, are you?
Painting just smiling at you warmly.
You're not gonna kill me in my sleep because I told the painting lady that she didn't need no man because I was trying to be, supportive, and then, just you're not gonna. Oh, okay, bye.
Yeah, the painting smiles at you warmly, but looks at you sort of quizzically. What, a bomb? Wait, no, I'm not. Yes, no.
It's gonna be a bomb, guys. Go downstairs to where Zavroski and Jake are, because the other two left. What are we doing?
Following them to the yawning portal.
Cool. Day drinking. Got it.
Well,
What would you? Okay, sorry.
maybe you can day drink. Jake, you heard what
wasn't
I was
really gonna be a
discussing
question.
about Bonnie and Matron, right?
Jakey.
To some degree.
Yeah. Any ideas on how we should approach either one of them?
I'm open to ideas. I'm gonna be honest with you, Zavroski.
I mean, we could be forthright, or we could play around the edges with Bonnie about knowing about her family. But how well do you know if? How well, out of character, how well do we know if doppelgangers are allowed or well treated in the city once they're exposed?
That's a good question. That ties in a little bit with how well orcs are treated in the city. Once, by and large, Waterdeep is a very advanced city, a very open, very progressive city. So people, creatures, things from all walks of life come here and are welcome.
Right.
Doppelgangers.
Now.
Generally, the people's feelings about doppelgangers are bad, just because of sort of the nature of doppelgangers, right? In that they don't, the idea that someone would assume someone else's identity, generally sort of a pretty sketchy thing, I think. You form your own opinions, of course. I'm just sort of giving you sort of like the general vibe of kind of like the average Waterdeepian person, I think. But there's very, very, like I said, in any city, it's like treat Waterdeep as a modern city or a Renaissance type city. Where people are very open-minded. The overall vibe of the city is very progressive, very accepting. But of course, there may be factions within the city who react very differently than other factions and stuff. It's, as Elona and her mom can attest to. She sort of that's part of Elona's backstory that she's learned is that. Waterdeep is a city that is so open that it in fact took in a tribe of orcs once upon a time. Orcs, like actual orcs, right? Like these evil creatures. But Waterdeep accepted them within the city. And they actually, made a living for themselves and such. But
And then they murdered them.
But there were some factions within the city. Now, again, when they say they murdered them, yes, they were murdered. But it's not like the entire city was against them, but there were factions within the city that were very opposed to them, right? Those orcs, those guys. And there was a time, unfortunately, decades ago, when that faction gained some prominence and was able to influence enough of the people in the city that great crimes were committed. But the city, apparently since then, the city has learned from that, right? And the city has sort of like kind of snapped back from that, where they were, maybe once upon a time waxing anti-immigrant. I don't know, whatever, how you say it in D&D terms. Now the city has sort of realized, oh, geez, okay, that's a bad thing to do. We have to be more open, more accepting, because a more diverse city. So by and large, Waterdeep is pretty, whatever you call it, progressive as far as accepting different races and people and stuff like that. But that does not mean everyone feels like that.
Mm-hmm. We could come to Bonnie with our knowledge, or even an offer of coin to start a partnership.
Coin usually greases any wheels, so it's probably a good way to go.
All right. Same thing with Matrim, or maybe I'll just try and strike a conversation with him first. We're both bards. We used to talk every once in a while.
Use that to your advantage for sure. I believe in you, Zavroski.
Are you going to be joining me?
I'll come along for the ride, sure.
All right.
Or crawl.
All right, so you guys are headed to Yawning Portal.
Yep.
All right. So to the Yawning Portal. So this is our early morning in the city of Waterdeep, and you guys have to traverse a fair part of the city. As you guys are headed down, a million things catch your eye, but today one thing in particular catches your eye, and that is a wagon. Elona, you certainly have seen this before.
Is it Arnie?
No, it's not Arnie, but it is a. There is a. You notice that a wagon pulls up next to a building, a nondescript, unmarked building, and a few sort of guys jump out of this wagon. They're kind of looking around and such, and they signal, and they go and knock on this door, and the door opens, and they pull up the top of this wagon, and they have these crates that they are carrying and bringing into this door. And as they sort of, you guys are walking by,
drugs,
and they notice you, they the guy sort of closest to you says, just keep on going, just keep on going.
I smell drugs, definitely drugs. I'm gonna keep walking. We have other things that need to be done, and I don't think my companions want to join me on a drug bust right now. Don't think that's what their goal is.
Okay. Narcs now?
All right, you can.
Apparently, you are
drug collecting.
I didn't narc anybody. That was an accident. That was a misunderstanding.
It was a misunderstood narc.
I was trying to screw over a former associate, not do a drug bust, all right? There's a difference. I was trying to stab somebody in the back. It had nothing to do with drugs.
That's true. Oh, my picture.
The drugs were collateral.
Oh,
that collateral damage, it happens.
All right, so you guys move on. Non-event, and you get to the...
I'll tell Zavroski and Jake when we're far enough away that was 100% drugs.
We used to do drugs, so can we judge them, really?
I wasn't going to judge. It was more like, did you want to stop them, or did you want to, steal some? And I decided you guys had other things to do, so we didn't stop.
We are quite busy these days, and we don't need to disturb some of the nightlife of the city.
It's daytime.
Even day life, apparently, yeah. This is like morning trade activity.
Yes, but if there's drugs, it's part of the nightlife.
It's daytime.
Right, yes.
Elona's like, I don't understand. The sun's out.
I don't
But it's
understand at all.
today.
Silly Zavroski, the sun is in the sky.
Clearly daylight.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Perhaps you took most of your drugs during the day, then.
I took my drugs all the time.
Whenever
the moment struck, I just drugs.
Let's see. Where's my tavern? There we go. All right, so you guys find yourselves in the Yawning Portal. It is morning time, and it's already said, find yourselves in the Yawning Portal. Hello, background music.
Sun's out, drugs out. Yes, 100%.
Oh, there's no music. Where's the? Uh-oh. Come on. Where's my?
Nope.
Son of a.
Denied. No back.
Don't be
What if I do this?
Fox has to give us background music. Good, Fox.
Don't do that. We're gonna get copyrighted. Don't do it.
Just change one note. Much better.
All right, it's
Already? I'm sorry.
All right, my Syrinscape wasn't working great right there. Sorry. All right, so you guys are in the Yawning Portal, the Tavern of Taverns here in the Sword Coast.
Hey,
Ours is better.
Come on now.
I'm just citing popular opinion. I mean, that, opinions vary. I'm not trying to slander or, promote any one particular
I think
place.
you are.
No. So the Oni portal.
Pretty sure that's what you were just doing.
No, definitely not. It's morning, and there aren't very many people in here. And you guys walk in, and you're greeted, as usual, by Durden, who is 24/7 apparently tending bar. There's Durden is there, but you're.
Who else is there that we would like to talk to?
See what it is, early morning or late morning. No one now, but within short order for the lunch. So between breakfast and lunch, Durden opens bar. Some people start coming in for the lunch sort of version of these things, and Bonnie, in fact, does work the lunch to evening shift, if you will, at this medieval bar.
Time.
Dinner and tournament?
Sometimes it's a tournament. It depends on who's there.
Maybe.
Oh, Elona's gonna go get a drink.
Yeah. As will Cole.
All right, yeah, and you guys can grab a table.
Cuba
and,
Libre, please.
of course, Bonnie comes in and helps out you guys, and she brings you drinks. Asks if you like anything to lunch. What brings you here today? Dabble, Dabble. Sorry, I'm dying.
You
I
okay?
don't think it's COVID. Might be COVID. I don't know.
You alive?
I'm still alive for now. Dabble is more of an evening kind of guy. Like he's in the evening / really late night crowd. You wouldn't expect to find him around, but except that he lives here.
And I put my drinks on his tab.
He does have a. Bonnie's. I don't. He's not here, so.
He said it was fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm sure that's not fine. In fact, the last time he did that for you, he said, don't ever let her do that again.
That's an inside joke between us. Really what he meant is keep doing it.
I'm pretty sure. I'll give you a persuasion check, Elona. But
Persuasion check.
pretty
Elona
sure.
does not have good persuasion.
Pretty sure this
guys.
is not going to work.
Can I intimidate with strength instead?
If you want to intimidate.
No, I won't. Come on, please. 18! 18! Give me free drinks on his tab.
Let's,
Give me what I got coming.
You don't even have to say it was me if that makes you uncomfortable. Just put it on his tab. He doesn't even need to know it was me. It's cool.
No, but that's even worse. But I know that you're his friend. I've seen you here with him before.
100%.
This is a secret thing between you two. Are you sure of this?
Yeah, and he really just put it on his tab, and he's like, what is this? Just give him a wink and then walk away.
But he seemed very upset the last time. Apparently you rang up some very large bill for his tab.
I did. But he's not upset.
But he seemed pretty upset.
I said, if he asks, he's like, what is this? You gotta be just wink and then walk away and not answer his question, because that's our joke.
Okay. Okay. Well. Okay.
Cool. And I'm just gonna point to something on the top shelf and just be like, that. All of it.
So she goes over. She grabs some bottle and she goes over to the bar and she talks to Durden, and Durden looks at her and he's like,
he doesn't know, he's not part of the joke.
and he looks at you and he's like,
it's a joke. Do you not know inside jokes? Do you not understand the concept of an inside joke, or?
I have spoken. No, Durden looks at her. He's like, he actually grabs something. He grabs a bottle. He's like, and he pulls a bottle of something from a much lower shelf and sets a half dozen glasses with it and sends her on her way. And he gives you a disapproving look.
What?
So you guys have some drinks, or you have drinks, and she brings him back, and he's like, she's like, I'm very sorry, and he gave you
fine.
this.
He's a buzzkill. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not upset.
No, this is fine stuff. It's some of our best
It's not your fault. It's fine.
Stuff.
I'll have a conversation. Everything will get cleared up. It's not your fault. We're good. And I'm gonna hand her a gold. I'm gonna hand her a dragon.
Thank you. She takes off.
Bonnie, is it very busy today? Do you have time to chat?
Chat? I suppose so. It's early. The lunch rush isn't here yet. And oh, that is loud. Hold on. Has the stream been very loud? I just realized my speakers were turned down. If it's overly loud, well. Oh well. Sorry. She's like,
We lost all our viewers with how loud it was, Roy.
I might have.
Oh no.
All right, so yeah, she kind of looks around. She's like, I suppose, but I'm not. What would we chat about?
Potential business opportunities with my group and your family.
Business?
That's not shady as hell.
Yeah, she's she's kind of your typical. Seems to be at least your typical sort of person. She's like, but I have a job. I'm happy with this job. I make. She pockets the gold. I make good money here. I
mean, Elona just gave you a sampling of what could be getting into your pockets with your family's exquisite skills.
She actually looks at you. She's like, I am not
And
that
he
type
smiles
of
and
woman,
winks.
sir. I
No,
take offense to this entire thing. No.
I believe you are misunderstanding, madam.
She's listening.
I've heard from a trusted friend that your family has ways to appear in different fashions.
Roll me persuasion, Zavroski.
Vague perfection.
I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty solid. She says appear in different fashions. You mean our clothing? Well, yes. Don't we all?
Put on a different face for different times. I cannot come out and say it if maybe I'm dancing around the topic too much.
She kind of looks and she looks at you, she's like, and her eyes kind of go wide, and she's like,
I come as a friend, potential ally.
I don't. She seems very, very uncomfortable, and she's. I am not sure. I know. I am not sure. I know what you're talking about, sir. What do you mean
Well,
as a
if you
potential
do
ally?
know, maybe, and he slides over 10 gold. Maybe we can discuss this when you remember more. No pressure.
She actually she takes the gold, the dragons, but she looks at you and she says, "This feels like pressure. This feels like a lot of pressure."
Oh, I don't mean any pressure.
At that, Cole will clap him on the shoulder. That's only a gift.
I see. I may be willing to speak with you, but I'm working now. I'm sure you can appreciate that. Where can I find you if I decided that I would like to speak of this more with you.
Spirits of the Hydra at the bar is. You're always welcome there. Usually there in the nighttime.
Okay, well then.
Or if there's somewhere else you'd be more comfortable meeting, just let me know.
I'll be happy to go there. I've heard of this place, in fact. I can meet you there tonight. When I get off. It will be later, but we could talk then, perhaps.
That sounds great.
Indeed. And she's kind of like pockets all this gold. 11 gold dragons. Pretty solid wage for a waitress, a bartender waitress, in the first opening hour of her shift. And she's like, I certainly would be interested in talking with you. I will see you this evening when I am done here.
Great. I've always enjoyed your company, even when I was playing here, Bonnie. So I hope you can see that I am still friendly and.
Do you remember me from when you were playing here?
Of course.
Oh, she sort of blushes a little bit. She's like, "Wow, I had no idea. I'm just a simple waitress, but you were actually, I mean, Zavroski, for you to have even noticed me." And she sort of starts like polishing this spot on the table, kind of like cleaning this one spot on the table. It's like, for you to have noticed me, I have to get drinks for another table. Thank you. And she sort of like hurries off to another table.
Join the dating sim, Zavroski. Join the dating sim.
Oh man. All right. Other plans for today?
Hey, and she's out of his wheelhouse. She's young. This is new steps for
How do you know
Zavroski.
she's young? If she's a doppelganger.
If she's a
I
doppelganger.
mean, I did put
That's
in
true.
chat. I'm like, she doesn't seem 80 plus, but she could be. She could be in Zavroski.
Who knows what's the lifespan of a
worst.
doppelganger? Who knows? You know, but you know that's great because it's like, hey, look, this person's my eternal 18-year-old or 20-year-old. What's the optimal thing, right? My 20-year-old girlfriend forever, boyfriend,
Significant other.
SO, my permanent 21-year-old SO, but without the 21-year-old. Hang on, I'm gonna offend somebody no matter what I say here, aren't I?
Probably already
I'm
did.
wondering where you're going with this, so I like want to
Yeah.
hear it out, but also like.
All right, so it's evening in Waterdeep, and
Going past that.
And we're walking.
we're walking.
And we're walking.
That's right. All right. Anybody have any other plans for this day? No, you go.
Just helping big old hard ass with his search.
This entire time, all this has been going on. The moment they entered that bar, Ordoth went to a table by himself and just
By
been
himself?
drinking the entire time. Yeah,
Then we gotta look into
not
that.
drinking heavy because he still does not have a high tolerance. He's just been
Yeah,
like,
so you are drinking heavy, just not compared to other people who.
yeah, yeah.
He's sipping on that bottle, just
Oh yeah.
delicious.
Oh yeah.
Tasty.
Anybody
Yum.
know when Ordoth picked up a drinking habit?
What?
Mhm.
What F is drinking? Hey, proud of him.
You know, we seem to be
man's
bringing out the
going
best in him.
Yeah. But
You're saying it like we should be concerned. Should I be concerned?
maybe. He didn't seem like he was a drinking type of guy when he
Oh,
first.
he wasn't. Not in the slightest.
So this is okay. New behavior. Could he be
Hey, at
upset?
least it's not
by
drugs,
something?
because everyone apparently has a problem when people start doing drugs.
I mean, drugs cover up the feelings.
Yeah.
That's what makes
So,
drugs
he's
awesome.
not doing drugs, so it's fine.
He's doing a drug. It's alcohol.
No, it's alcohol. It's
Not even in the slightest. If anything, it's worse.
He's fine. It's fine. I mean, like, if you don't think he's fine, you can go talk to him. But, like, if I go talk to him, he's gonna be like, I'm fine, Elona, and that's gonna be it.
That was a good impression.
Thank you. I've been working on it.
Good old stroke face Ordoth.
It's the only way I can get my voice low enough, okay? Stop it. Only way I can get my voice low.
You know how Ordoth usually talks. It's okay.
Damn. That ain't right.
I'm fine.
And
Are
look,
we
and I was
actually
gonna get in
worried
trouble.
about this? Did he truly not drink before he came and met us?
He has never drank once in his life that I have seen. Granted, we've only really interacted when I was at the monastery, and there was no alcohol. And in a field where I couldn't bring alcohol because I had to jump over a fence, and then I would have broken all of the bottles. So, like, there wasn't really a chance for him to drink, but also, like, I don't think he ever drank anything.
Drank, Elona, drank.
I could talk to him for a moment.
Okay. I mean, I told you what he's gonna say, but I can do it again if you want.
Zavroski will walk over to Ordath at his lone table.
Zavroski's like,
I think we might need
No.
another impression.
I'm gonna eventually do impressions of everyone. Thank you very much. We'll get there. Wait for mine of Jake. It's gonna be great.
Ordath, why are you on your own? Should join us. You seem to be drinking for the whole table, maybe.
No, I'm good. I am just waiting for everyone to finish their business, and then we can go.
But don't we have your business later tonight? Make sure you don't drink so much that you can't talk to Dabble. Though I could always do some of the talking for you, but it'd be good to have you here and coherent.
Well, I am here. I am here, and he's gonna reach up and touch Zavroski's face. See, I can touch you. I am here.
He's just like,
Yeah. Okay. No. It's too little tiny versus this.
yeah.
Yeah. You were not able to block his whole hand. You got that little hand, and he.
I'm fine. Blah.
Well, let me know if you want to talk about anything. I don't know why you're all in the cup so much so far. Elona said you never drank before.
No.
Is it too enticing now? After the first few sips?
Well, let's just say it's easier than dealing with a couple things recently.
Well, I was hoping we would be close to dealing with Jet. We're right on the cusp of more information.
Mm-hmm.
Should that put you in great spirits?
Yes, it does. This will be a celebratory drink. I actually do not know why I am drinking. I do not want to, but
if you don't want to drink, you do not have to drink. I'm sure Jake, Elona, myself would enjoy this drink just as much. Sure.
Yeah,
you could come back.
You make a good point. It still burns. Does it always burn? Forever?
That's part of the draw, isn't it?
I don't know. I have no idea why anyone does this. I don't feel good afterwards. It dulls my senses. I am not at my best. I don't know why anyone would do this. But here I am.
Well, why don't you join us? It's
the bar doing
a lot more
shots.
enjoyable with people than by your own. Maybe that's what you're missing. Here.
Maybe.
I'll bring the bottle and you can join us. Goes to reach for the bottle.
He can reach for it. I'm not like moving it away from him, but he's got to pull it from my.
You're still holding it. He's like goes to like lightly pull at it, and his hand slips over it.
Yeah. Yeah. The small part of the bottle that's actually exposed from this giant hand that's holding the entire thing.
You know, like after a couple, like, he'll just like offer it to him and let him take it reluctantly.
All right.
Crouched at the starting line, engines thumping. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that.
And then he like gives a hand to help Ora stand up from the table to see if he'll come with or not.
Yes, I'm glad
And
you did
drag
that.
you
'Cause
down
he's
to
gonna
the floor.
Yeah, he's gonna take that hand, and he's gonna not realizing because he's starting to get a little tipsy. So he is just going to pull Zavroski like Zavroski is just some kind of godlike pillar of a man that's gonna pull him up. So he's just like, boom, and just yanks Zavroski down.
And there's a picture
Your
here.
shoulder is now dislocated.
There's a picture here in the bar of this giant person type thing. And on his lap is a normal sized person, a slight but normal sized person sitting on his lap holding a bottle of liquor. And that's a quick snapshot that you can catch if you walked into the awning portal at this moment.
Zavroski just bursts out laughing. You're supposed to use some of your own strength too. I'm not that big, Oda.
Yeah, I can tell. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that the rest of you are pretty weak.
That's what he said.
How? What?
What?
I'm just being silly.
Come,
So he
have some drinks with all of us.
He slowly gets up, and, starts walking, but he's not paying attention and like everywhere. He doesn't have good spatial awareness right now, so he's like bumping into tables left and right.
And Zavroski kind of like angles between some chairs and they just like plows through them out.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like, what? And Ordolph just
Everywhere he walks, tables and chairs just knocked us aside. And you land up back at the table with the group, and it is around lunchtime. And Ordolph is apparently drunk. You guys are all hanging out at the yawning portal. Anybody have any business to do until I suppose this evening?
Wait,
I think
get
at some
payment
point I
for the
was-
Dasher thing, right?
Well, you were just sort of waiting for Davil to make his appearance, so to speak.
Was
When
it today
does-
or tomorrow that I was supposed to go do my church thing?
Don't do it while drunk, honey.
Oh man, yes. Do
Oh,
it
I
while
say-
you're
The
drunk.
wheels of fate have already gone into motion.
That's 100% today. That's like I don't even look at the calendar. I'm like, no, that's actually right now. That's actually right now.
So Ordolph, as soon as he gets there, he's like, "Oh no, I have to. Oh, I have to go help out at the
You're gonna hurt yourself. Whatever
have
you're
to
doing,
go.
you're gonna stay here.
I have to
Zavroski,
go to the
can you
the
do
temple."
anything to
And he's just gonna start walking off.
undrunkify him?
I think he can do that himself if he wanted to.
Bah.
Okay, so Ordef, you have two choices. You can listen to me and you can stay here, or I will fight you and drag your sorry ass back into this chair.
She says to his back as he continuously leaves.
Oh!
He was just walking. He didn't like turn away from her. He was like, "Oh, the temple. That's right," and just started walking.
Why do I even
Stop her.
why do I even
Stop
write?
him.
Why do I even write anything? This is like we have all the inter-party combat I
Stop
need.
him.
Uh-oh.
Ow.
Whoa.
You wanna roll initiative?
I gotta go pop some popcorn. Hold on.
You wanna roll initiative? Because you're gonna beat me on initiative, I'm sure.
I doubt
You get
it. I got that
an
fat
eight.
8,
Okay.
Patty
okay.
eights.
Seriously,
which
initiative?
makes sense because I'm
Party
I'm
initiative?
I'm out.
14.
Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Just give me some grapple, right?
What the?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is crazy.
Yeah,
what are you guys?
I'm gonna grapple his sorry ass.
All right. That's an opposed, a strength check from Elona and a strength or acrobatics check from Ordath.
Right,
Use
strength or
athletics.
acrobatics?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or athletics if you have it.
acrobatics.
Yeah. Athletics
All
or
those are fantastic.
yeah. Your choice.
Which
Oh,
got
actually, I'll
over
do strength. I'll do strength.
Oof.
That's cute. She's just hanging on to him.
Fuck!
She's just.
I have a +7 to athletics. It shouldn't go this poorly.
I got
Wow.
a +10 to not give
He's
it a
got the
full.
drunk, not paying attention
Yep.
strength.
Ordath, listen to me as I'm like my heels are in the ground being drunk.
Elona,
Ordath!
I have to go. I
You have
made
to
a
stop
promise.
being drunk. You have
I am
yeah,
not drunk.
You
I am
promised
perfectly
it.
fine. Look.
You are a liar. You are a liar.
I am fine. See? Perfectly fine. As he like rams into another table accidentally and it like knocks
I
over.
tell you to say the alphabet backwards, but I don't know it forward, so I can't use that test.
Well then I guess you have to believe me.
I'm gonna punch him.
What do you do?
I'm gonna punch him straight in the jaw.
Oh,
Trying to knock some sense into him.
Let's see that roll.
They need
What?
to work this out.
I-
They just need to work this out. Stand back, let it happen.
Oh,
No, I'm
That's
using
so cute.
inspiration. No, I'm
She-
using inspiration. I'm using inspiration.
Oh,
I'm using
Lona. Oh.
Inspiration.
I'm using inspiration for this PvP.
Oh, man.
What
Okay,
the hell
well, in
is
that
wrong
case,
with me?
she completely does a damn thing.
Oh, what is wrong with me? Ugh.
I'm like,
so
stop it. I don't
upset.
have time to play with you right now.
Oh.
oh man.
And he's just going to
Excuse you?
keep moving.
Oh,
Excuse
shit.
you?
Oh,
You think this
shit.
is a fucking
Damn.
game? You think this is a fucking game?
I would assume so because I thought you were stronger than that.
Jake's like, hey, watch this. It's going to get way better. It's going to get way better.
I'm gonna try and hit him again. It's not gonna
Cole,
work. I'm gonna
Cole
die.
leans back and he's like, oh, this is great. This is
Swing,
great.
bada swing.
Cole is just drinking his
That
drink.
hits.
I'm gonna
that
stunning
hits.
strike him.
Oh, gee.
So what do I have to roll for that?
I can tell you in a second.
This is what is going on right now? What is happening?
Stunning strike, I think it's a con.
Yeah,
That's it, yeah.
Constitution saving throw, which is very low.
13.
I think you match it.
If I match it, then I beat it.
It's really dumb that it doesn't tell me what the fucking DC on it is. But I think it's my
Proficiency plus wisdom modifier.
yeah.
Plus 7 or plus 8.
So that is 3 plus. Yeah, he beats it. 3 plus 2. That's 5 plus 8.
So I guess do damage.
I mean, yeah, I do get to do damage. You're just
Yeah.
not stunned.
You didn't actually long rest this, by the way, Roy.
Oh yeah.
I can do that. Where
Do it
is
now.
Rest.
Do it.
Done. It is done. It is done.
Before the damage is cast.
Take 8 points of bludgeoning damage to the
Holy
jaw.
shit.
As she does that,
Damn.
Oh no.
I
did
am
Where's
like,
the, where's the lightning coming from?
she hits, and I'm like, and I drop an octave. in my
Listen
voice,
to
and I'm
me.
like, Elona, stop. And as he says stop,
Oh, what is
he
he
will
gonna
do Wrath of the Storm.
I knew it! I knew it!
And so
Hector,
broke
he's
Hector.
like,
So I'm gonna do thunder damage because I don't want to hurt her.
Jokes
but
on you. Oh, no, I'm immune to lightning. It's different.
You have to do a dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
which I assume is my spell DC, which is I don't know.
It should be the same as your spell.
Where do I
I
find
think
that?
she'll fail that with an 18 whiz, yeah.
Let me see. Where does it say what my?
It should be your proficiency plus 8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Okay, proficiency.
15.
Oh yeah, so she fails. So she takes 2d8 thunder damage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Retributive damage.
All right, here we go.
Kill me straight up.
Oh,
He
damn.
takes 11 damage.
Ah!
And as that like concussive wave hits her, he's gonna make sure to like have his hand behind her head so she doesn't fall, and then just kind of like lower her if he can, unless she's just gonna like judo grip onto him.
100%.
Got
Listen,
that
she's
good
not
grip.
letting you leave until she is knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Well,
so
then
the
he is-
the table and chairs all around you just get thrown around, and you guys hear this shout from across the bar, and you look over, and there you see Durnan behind the bar. He's like, "That's enough. Take it outside," and you see him reach under the bar, where you know he holds.
Shotgun.
The sword.
I don't care what you guys need to settle. Settle it outside my bar now.
To be fair, Ordoth has not stopped walking this whole time. So
Still like dragging her feet as she's being taken. We'll go outside, and then I'm going to continue to try and stunning strike it.
All right, so you guys go out into the street outside the yawning portal.
Yes.
In the streets in the
Yes.
early afternoon.
Visible to everyone, yes.
yes, and I am still walking towards the temple.
I'm going to try and stunning strike you again.
What are you?
That's the end of my. Oh wait, no, wait. You tried to
yes,
stunning
you-
strike me, so it's my turn because that was just a reaction to do Wrath of the
Oh,
Storm.
good. Yeah, go ahead.
So, for
All right, so
my
everything
turn-
pauses. So combat pauses, and you guys like, wait, nope, and you take yourselves outside the bar. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. All right, Orda.
Yeah, I'll use my movement speed to get out with.
There you go.
Dragon
Yeah.
There you go. Well, it would be half because you're taking another person with you.
Jake's like, oh, come on. How am I supposed to watch you? Oh, jeez, come
Actually,
on.
you know what?
Get up
There,
and
that's what I'll
follow.
do.
He's not gonna let them just walk.
That's
away.
what I'll do for my turn. I will do the dash action to make sure that I get the full amount out. So I will not attack her this round.
Aww.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna stunning strike
That's
you.
sweet.
Oh, I'm gonna hit him in the throat.
Real cute. I'm gonna punch you in the face. There we go. 19 to hit.
God damn it! She keeps. Yeah.
Make another con save.
All right.
Please fail.
And
This is what is.
fuck
That's a
7.
failure. You're now stunned.
So he just walks up.
Can we
Are
do
you
some,
ready to listen to me?
can we do some damage? Can we just do some damage? Because
Damage?
damage
Yeah.
is fun.
Yes.
Yeah, of course we can do damage. That's 7 points of
Yeah.
bludgeoning
Holy
damage.
shit! All right.
So let me see.
Strength monks.
That's 15
So-
damage so far, Ordath.
Hold on. Well,
Uh-oh.
Alona's already
Does-
11 damage.
does the stunning strike? Okay, a reaction. Will that go before the stunning strike or after?
You're stunned on my turn, so I think
So
it's
like the moment you hit, that's it. I can't do a reaction.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
the wording of it I can read if you want to make the complete.
I'm just curious because
Starting at 5th level, you can interfere with the flow of ki in an opponent's body. When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 ki to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of your next turn. But with Roy's rules, it's the beginning of my next turn.
Beginning, because I nerfed that shit.
Because you nerfed the only point of being a monk, yes.
Yeah. And reactions
so
are
then-
taking after the trigger
Okay,
action.
cool. All right, so then
So you're
I
stunned.
don't do shit. Yeah, I
Are
just
you
look
ready
at her.
to listen
like-
to me?
I look at her. My eyes kind of go ablaze. It's not really, but just like the look as I look at her, like.
Hector, what are you doing?
Yeah, like that. There you go.
There you go. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Whatever you're planning on doing can wait until you are no longer drunk off your ass. Yes.
Fucking calling you.
He's
Yeah.
just staring at her.
I don't know what you have to do, but it can wait. Also, can't you stop yourself from being drunk? Isn't that a thing you can do? Shouldn't you do that thing? Oh, so we're giving me the silent treatment. We're being a little bitch. Okay,
Wait,
got
can
it.
I talk
Go
when
do
I'm
whatever
stunned?
you.
Yeah, sure, you can talk. I had a guy talk when he was stunned. Why not?
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought I was just locked up. Just
Oh, you know, I'm pretty open about the whole. I'm pretty open about the whole dialogue thing. You know, if we want to do some dialogue, some like one of those dramatic pauses, you know, the movie where like that 1 second is like 10 minutes of the guys talking to each other, right? But it's really only like 1 second of real time. Totally down for that. Yeah, do what you want to do, or you know, if you don't want to talk, you don't have to. But you,
Elona, I do not want to hurt you. I understand your
Ah, you
concern,
can't 'cause
but
you're
I am
stunned.
fine. Oh, I
You're
hope you
not,
have
you're
enough
drunk.
stuns for the rest of the day.
Yep, we're good.
Okay, then. I see we have to handle this like back at the monastery.
oh God.
Oh, where I
And
beat
that's
your
the end
ass?
of his
Yeah, I
turn.
mean, that is pretty sure how that's gonna work. Yeah,
That's the end of his turn.
I'm gonna time up. I'm gonna time up.
Well, he's not. So since I nerfed the rules at the beginning of your next turn,
I will 1v1 dex check him to see if I can do it faster than he gets unstunned.
I guess that'd be like a grapple. I guess if you want to tie him up. Yeah, sure.
A grapple?
Sure.
So what do I need to roll, sir?
How
Athletics?
about an opposed? Let's call it an opposed grapple check. Athletics or acrobatics versus. Ardath, you can choose acrobatics or athletics, whichever is better for you.
Oh, I'll do
16.
athletics. Oh shit! Hold on. My computer just went all sorts of shit. Hold on.
I saw you roll a 20, but I don't know.
Doesn't,
I did
no,
too.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Nope, doesn't count. His computer went to shit. Doesn't
No,
count.
we
The
saw
nat 20
it.
isn't there. It's
We
gone.
saw
Nope,
it. We all
disappeared. I
saw
don't know
it.
what
was a
you're
net.
talking about.
Oh, I
It's
saw that.
gone.
26?
26?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's cute. So I grab her hands as she tries to.
Ah,
Yeah, you beat her by 10, so you can like completely do whatever
Tie
you
her
want
up.
with the rope or whatever. Yeah, like
So
First.
yeah, I kind of want to. If she's gonna do that, I'll break out of the stun, and I'll do like a sweep to the back of her legs. And as she goes down, I wanna like put my hand
I
behind
have
her
a
head so she
bad
doesn't get
knee.
it. So as she falls,
Jeez.
it's like a she goes to fall, but my hand catches her head, and I lay her on the ground, and I keep walking.
damn.
It's worse than her just getting hurt.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let
That's
him
why
go.
he did it.
I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna be mad about it, but I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna go let him make a fool of himself while he's fucking drunk. I'm gonna go back inside and I'm gonna
What
glare
drunk
at
enough to
anyone
whip
who
that
is
ass?
fucking watching.
Oh, there's like a group, like everybody in the street. I mean, this is like the street outside the Yanni portal. There's like a bunch of bystanders that are like, and you look and they're like,
About to go down.
yeah, they
Go
continue
back
on their
to your
way.
day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do. And like when you like head back into the bar, you see like the half dozen people that were in the bar all at the door are they're like scurry back to their tables. And when you go in, they're like. Nothing to see here. We're all fine.
I'm gonna go I'm just gonna go sit down at the table and pout.
Oh man.
Zavroski just shoves the Ardath's bottle over to her.
Not only did she get beat, but she got beat by a drunk dude.
Damn.
I always get beat by drunk people. Zavroski has beaten me in every
Oh,
drinking
yeah,
contest
man.
we've ever fucking had.
That's the greatest
I
irony.
won
of this.
one legitimate one too, I think. Right?
That's the great irony of this game is
You
that
did.
Elona, the brawler / drinker, loses at every drinking confrontation she ever has. Everyone. She's like,
Yep, every single fucking one. What are we
fucking
doing?
dice.
We have something to do, right? We have something important to be doing that isn't sitting here and talking about how I just got my ass beat, right? Let's go.
We're actually waiting here for Dabble.
I'm going on a walk.
The ultimate irony is that you guys are waiting for Dabble so that Ardath can talk to Dabble.
I'll stay at the bar and wait for Dabble if everybody wants to go somewhere else.
Jake will follow Ordath and kind of like he figures he's gonna get himself into trouble, so he'll kind of like tag along to kind of keep Ordath out of complete trouble, or just to kind of watch it and get entertainment.
All right, so Ordath, so your thing that you were pledged to do is to provide temple services from the temple, right? So you're part of this temple, and they talked you into saying, hey, every was it once or twice a 10-day?
I think it was twice. I know it was.
Wait, every other day? Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. Every other day.
Every other day, you actually provide services at the temple. So this is the day where you're providing services, and basically the idea is that you will greet people, and they will come in and give you their grievances, and you will dole out your healing magics upon them, right? And they will make donations, and the temple makes money in that way. So you start your day, and there is actually a line of people as you get there, and one of the you're greeted by an acolyte who is like, yeah, whoa, you are here for the daily services then? Yes. Well, and he takes you back, and you greet the priestess that you originally met, and she's like, yes, Ardath, it's good that you're here. Good that you're here. We have a long list of people applying for services this day. If you could help them to your best abilities, that would be greatly appreciated. Are you okay, Ardath? Or Death, you're swaying a bit. Are you?
It has been a trying day.
A trying day, yes. Well, yes, but remember that these people have great needs, and it is our duty to serve them. All right, and so it's you and a clerk. You and a clerk end up going out to provide services for these people, and you are basically today's on-duty cleric, and a host of people come in. Everything from sprained fingers to missing fingers, and people who need their relatives resurrected. It's a long day, and
Diarrhea cases.
all those things. And the first day you do this, the first few people that come in, they have ailments, and you heal them. You're able to use your magics to heal them. But the problem with that, you find, is that there are 50 other people after them who have ailments, some even more severe than them, and you have no more magics left. You have spent your healing magic for the day on the first several people who've come in who needed your help. And you're sort of like getting an idea that there are many, many people who need help, but not a lot of help that can go around. So over the course of the day, you manage to talk to a lot of people, but you have to unfortunately turn away a majority of the people that are requesting your help, because you've done what you can for the masses this day. At the end of the day... Oh, go ahead, go.
No, I was going to say I'd like to try and roll like medicine checks to see if I can do like something to help them, even though it's not going to be as thorough as, a healing spell.
Yeah. No, you
Some
definitely
holistic healing.
Yeah, you definitely do what you can. But at the end of the day, it's a long line of people who are coming to you for miracles, right? They want magical help for things, and you do what you can to assuage them, to help them, send them on their way. People who are genuinely injured, you can certainly patch them up using your medicine skill and such. But it turns out to be a relatively depressing day, as you realize that there are many more people wanting miracles from the gods than the gods are willing to provide miracles. Mm-hmm. And so, hours later, you find yourself sort of exhausted. The clerk who was with you also is exhausted. His pen, quite literally, worn down to the nub. And the last of the petitioners is handled and sent along their way. And the clerk looks at you and he says, "Shall there be anything more today, sir?"
I would like to make an offering to Cord.
Yes, well, of course, this way. You can make any offerings you would like inside the church. If it's okay with you, sir, I would be done for the day.
Yes. Do you know anyone who is available to spar with me?
I'm sorry, spar with you? Yes.
Jake. Jake.
I'm not like there. Like I'm there. Like kind of hanging
They're in
back,
spirit?
watching him.
Oh.
No, I'm not there, but I'm not like interacting. I like.
That would
as
be
far as
awesome,
Ordat's
Jake.
concerned, I'm not there.
Jake
That
don't
would-
want
that
these
would-
hands.
I could try and squirm free.
What? Oh, man, where's the Eldritch Blast? Come on, somebody.
Yeah, there we go.
Nobody?
Oh no, Cole don't. No.
Oh.
I want to see Cole and Ordath fight. Let's go.
Cole get his ass Eldritch DDT'd real quick.
Oh, man.
You have to catch me first.
Yeah, that's
What?
Fight. Kiss.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Either way works out.
at this time of the evening, this is where like everybody's basically exhausted. You know, they spent the day like and others have you like other clerics, priests, etc. have spent the day kind of tending to the needs of people. And the church is winding down, and they're basically, come tomorrow. We'll do tomorrow. It's been a trying day. There are. And you recognize that a lot of the other people that you work with, or that you hang out with, they kind of have the same idea, right? It's like they come in, but it's sort of depressing because there's more that needs to be done than you can do. Even as the entire church, there's just more that people ask, and it's like you can't fill that need. So you find it sort of pressing upon you that it's just a bigger need than you can possibly meet.
Okay, then as his offering, he's going to remove all his armor and just be in like his like cloth pants, and
His
he is
birthday
going
suit?
his butt naked, swinging in the breeze. No,
I got my tight jeans. Got my tight jeans on.
Yeah. He's
Tight
just going to
pants?
be
Tight
in
pants
his
on.
cloth pants, and he is going to do. I can't think of how to explain it, but they're the upside down push-ups. Like he's literally just he's doing a handstand and just doing push-ups that way.
Oh yeah, I do those. That's how I do them. Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, I can tell.
The normal way.
Yeah.
There's another way to do
Is there-
push-ups?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
So that's what
is
he's
the
gonna
normal
do.
way people do push-ups?
He's gonna do those until like right before failure, so he doesn't like fall and break his neck. But to the point where like that very last one that he's like shaking, then he'll let himself down and just kind of lay in the gravel pit for a bit.
That dude's hardcore, man. That's crazy shit.
Yeah. He ain't get to be a giant brick shit house for no reason.
During that time,
Brick shit house.
during that time,
The brick.
you two separate
Ow.
scenes. So, in
He's
the
Mikey. Let it all hang out. Sorry.
uh-oh, whoa, wait, letting what hang out?
It's
Oh.
Wait till the cloth pants come off. I mean, what?
Hey.
In the yawning portal, Dabble does come down late in the afternoon. We would call it early in the evening, perhaps. And you guys are able to hang out and speak with him. What was it you wanted to talk to him about?
We had finished the finding of Snow Beetle, Dasher Snow Beetle.
And we have an investment opportunity.
All right. Well, yeah. So he can greet you, and he's rather formal. In fact, him and Niagara come down together. In fact, and they
all right.
not like they come down at the same time.
All right.
It is a dating sim.
The dating sim.
Look, Dabble's not an unattractive man. Like, let's be very clear about this.
Yaga's hotter though, so it's fine.
She is. Yes, they're you're doing okay with either one of them. Let me be straight with that. And they spot you like, and they actually walk over towards you and sit there, and you guys, introductions, and he's like, so, friends, Elona, you seem to have been drinking. He looks back over. He looks back over at Durnan, and Durnan looks at him, and he's like, Elona.
What?
We've had this talk.
Yeah, and it was the agreement that I could drink under your tab. I don't know why you keep forgetting this agreement we had.
That night. That one time.
You didn't say that night.
Durnan.
You said you can drink on my tab, and that's what I heard, and then I was drinking on your tab.
Fine.
Look, this is the cheap stuff. They wouldn't let me have. You said fine. Everyone heard it. I get a drink on his tab. Okay, cool.
Look. So you have found Dasher, I suppose. Where's Ordath? He's the one who came and talked to me about all of this.
He had some business that he needed to take care of. I will
He got drunk and
gladly
walked away.
take any information that you have on his missing person.
Yes. Well, you tell me what you were finding information from me. What did you find him? What's going on?
Yes, he should be going back to his family within the 10 days.
Ooh, I just looked at chat. Whatever you do, Anna, don't look at chat. Don't look at it, Anna. Don't look. Don't look, Anna. Don't look. Don't. I told you not to look. I told you not to look. Oh God.
Ambience, come see that in person.
I told you not to look.
Come here.
Sorry.
I don't know how to tell you this, but spoiler alert.
You
Same
kick my ass
thing.
in person. You kick my ass in. I'm a pacifist, so of course you kick my ass in person. I understand.
Oh.
But here's the thing: is that say Rob would protect me? No, he'd stand in the corner and watch and laugh. That's how that would work.
Yep, there you go.
Until the axes come out. Oh yeah, and then shit's real.
Yeah, no. She's
Axes,
circling
mother.
her axes. Then I'm gonna grab Rob, use him as a human shield. And just...
So Davil, he mentions yes. So you found what's his name?
Dasher.
Dasher, yes. You found him then.
Did you know that he's a were-rat now?
Wait, look. Whoa. He's what?
Were-rat? Kind of like a werewolf, but a rat.
We're right here. He's looking around.
What is that? Is that bad?
Yeah, well, I mean, not. I don't know if we want to be giving about everybody's business to anybody who might be listening now. Have you told his
Who's going to
family?
listen? There's just a bunch of drunk people here.
Have you told his family? Have you talked to the family?
No, we just sent him to his family.
Oh, he's going back. Oh, that's good news.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, then that's the
Well,
best.
he may not stay, but he's going back at least for a visit.
We can't force the boy to stay with his family, especially now if he can, scurry away.
But you're sure he's going to actually go and speak with his?
He made a verbal agreement with his new den mother.
Cult
His-
leader.
Yes, the matron of the where that you did not want me to mention.
Definitely a cult.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Well, as long as he goes back home, I suppose we can consider the contract closed with Mrs. Snowbeetle. Very well then. I'll follow up with this, and if that's the case, then we will make a bit of money, and as I told your friend, I will use that to find his friend, his mentor. I've not had a lot of success.
I thought the exchange was for information. No.
Well,
What?
I don't have the information. You see, I've been trying to find information about his mentor, but it's time to start greasing some hands. I need to sort of pay for some information.
I see.
Yes.
Makes sense. You need the money from the snow beetles to pay for information.
Well,
Okay.
let's not say need the money, but
Well,
I thought
you're
it fair.
using the money from the snow beetles to do
I thought it fair to ask him to earn the money. Well, I may not use all the money for his cause, but yes, I will find what he needs to know. And at the end of the day, he has done something for me that I needed done. I will now do something for him that he needs done. That's how these things work, right, friends?
Well,
Yes.
as soon as you find out something, send a messenger or come and visit us at the Spirit of the Hydra.
I may come visit. I haven't been there much, and I hear from my friend here, and he looks over to Yagra, that it's a fun place to hang out. And she sort of looks at.
Yes, we have a ghost bartender.
Yeah.
It's very very interesting service.
Well, the observant ones of you will notice that Yagra looks at Elona and sort of smiles and nods. Interesting place to hang out.
Yeah, that's what you call it.
Hang out.
Let's see. All right, so that's basically the business with Dabble. That is settled. You guys have completed that mission for mechanical purposes. Fantastic.
And we
So
level
level
up.
up.
All
Got it.
right,
Yeah. Let's go, guys. Level up.
You guys are already. No. No.
It was worth a try, Roy.
I'm glad we were on the same page, Hector.
We one thing at level 5 and we level up, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't that the way the game works?
I heard the word completed, and usually that means level up.
Oop.
No.
Go to bed.
Other scene we need to actually check in on is at Spirits of the Hydra.
Is Matrim showing up at the Yawning Portal too, or no?
Yes. In fact, he will be here. Yeah. In fact, by the time Dabble's here, Matrim is probably here as well. Yeah, sure. In that time frame, yeah.
Zavroski will talk to him. Cole's a welcome, and Laura welcome to join if they're interested in the chat as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, he sort of comes into the bar and he's got this old beat up, loot, and he or this case, right? He's a little beat up case. He pulls it out. And he pulls out this loot, and he's sort of like pew, pew, sort of tuning this thing. He seems like he's had a drink or three at this point, and he's sort of like tuning this loot that he's.
Zavroski buys a couple shots and a few drinks. He's gonna hand a shot to Matrim as he approaches and puts one down and says, "Playing tonight. How are you?"
Looks like I am. Oh yeah. Oh,
Clinks.
I haven't even started yet, and already really?
He clicks
Yeah.
and shoots
Oh.
the first shot back, and
Oh, he throws it down. He's like, "Oh, well, it's nice to have someone who appreciates some good music, because that's what we're heading for here tonight. Some good music."
Good old music.
I always enjoyed when you played.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you to say, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. If I actually, he's like, "Oh, that's very kind of you to say, sir. Very kind of you to say."
Yes.
Sign of disrespect. You gotta kill him.
What?
Pimp hand strong. Keep your pimp hand
I think
strong.
he just doesn't know how to say my name while slightly drunk. is the way I'm picking up on it.
Also a sign of disrespect. I don't know what you're talking about.
Damn.
Everything's disrespect.
Yep.
So-
let's see. Maybe
Think I'll
perception.
look at
No.
something.
I'm sorry. Zavroski, make me a perception check.
Sure.
Do I make one since I'm there too?
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Roy.
I'm still pouting.
Oh, I got you. Here you go. I got you, Hector. 10.
And-
That's another nat 20.
I'm average.
I had to come back inside because the mosquitoes were getting too bad. So if
Oh, yeah,
the call
fuck that.
cuts out, I'm sorry.
You're fine, dude. You're fine.
Yeah, you guys.
I can't believe you've been walking around for all this time. That's just crazy.
Hector
So,
has
yeah.
some bonuses to that as well, but yeah.
So he's tuning the guitar, or So how welcome. It's great to have someone who appreciates me here.
Yes. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but I've heard many people say you have great talents.
Oh yes, of course. I
I'm
have.
sure you know you have many fans. You should know.
I am one of the
it's always
best.
good to have someone else in the field throw the compliments around.
I agree. I am indeed.
Cole will lean into Zavroski and whisper in his ear. Would you please finish buttering this biscuit and get on with it?
He's like, yes, it's always great to have people appreciate a true musician like myself. And he strums, and like 3 of the 4 strings are on tune. And he smiles.
Rusty's gonna let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure you get around to lots of bars and hear lots of stories. I'm wondering if you've heard of any of the recent events these days.
Recent events? Oh, well, there is a venerable plethora of recent events here in Waterdeep. Which events might you be speaking of?
Oh, just the interesting ones.
Let's see. What's interesting? I heard, and now they're all in tune. I heard recently that there was a dragon spotted in the harbor. Can you believe that? A dragon, of all things, in the city of Waterdeep, flying, and you actually get the sense of actually as he sort of steps into this role, you get the sense of
starting the performance.
Yeah, but you get the sense of like the actual charisma this guy has, and he is like, for just a few seconds or thereabouts, like legitimately enthralling. Like, and he comes out, and as he does this, and you're like, and you find yourself sort of like drawn into this story, right? As he talks briefly about this dragon that was spotted in the harbor of Waterdeep. A lone fishing boat went out to meet this thing, and this great beast sprung up out of the water and drowned the fishing boat, and the people all aboard it and killed them all. But that was just a tale. And he goes back into...
Cole will tap him on the shoulder and be like, that's not how that happened. I was actually there, spoke to the dragon. He's actually quite nice, a friendly guy.
He looks
the
at
great
you.
bronze dragon Xylophone. Perhaps you've heard the tune.
No, please, Zavroski, tell us, sing to us the tune. I have not heard this tune. Do you have another song about this dragon, Zavroski, that you may be willing to share?
Just the beginning verse. The great bronze dragon Xylophone. He searches for treasure here and far. It's quite catchy. I think you could probably get some of the dock hands or the dock workers to burst out in song with it if it's played enough.
That is kind of catchy. And he sort of puts a couple of chords together. He's like, oh yes, maybe we could play it like this. No. There. And he puts some chords together, and you have to admit, it's a solid group of chords.
Cole will be like, yes, there,
yeah,
right
exactly.
There.
And so you guys have a little jam session where you and Matron 3 Strings sort of have this thing, but it's brief and it's hard to catch him because like it's one of those things where like mostly he's like out of tune or playing off rhythm or off beat, but occasionally he'll get involved in it and like he'll really be on. So overall, you really do. It really just kind of confirm what you've heard, that he seems to likely be far more talented than he tries to sort of let on. Sometimes he kind of loses himself in the moment and exposes that a little bit, but he fairly quickly catches himself.
Has a similar air as Mert in some ways.
In some ways, sure. Yeah. Except where Mert is sort of, Mert is also a bit of a braggart. Matron is not. Matron is right. Like entirely humble. Like everything is just complete humility in every interaction you have with him.
So, Matron, I was wondering if you're working with any particular groups these days.
Nope. I'm on my solo leg right now. You know, I've been in different bands and all these times, but right now,
Not bands, my friend.
it's
You
just
know
me.
how when you're performing or at different bars, you hear all the nice stories. I'm sure some groups pay money for information like that if there's interesting rumors.
Oh, well, that depends on the parties and the amount that they're willing to pay now, doesn't it? Boing,
Yes, I'm
boing, boing.
And he's like, brings another drink over and also slides a gold coin with the next shot.
It's like a little coaster for the shot.
Yeah. He looks at it briefly and he's like, yes, there's information to be found, I suppose, if you know what you're looking for and who to talk to. Do you have some specific information you're looking for?
Mostly interested in if you're working for any particular parties right now.
Me working for someone? Oh, I'm just a random minstrel playing my guitar here in the bar. Lute? What do they call that?
Lute?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
One of these days, I'm gonna have to reach
that good old chat from him response.
Seems legit.
Our friend here is being very indirect. I will say a few things. If they trigger any response from you, we can keep talking about it.
Trigger warning.
Are you possibly listening or spying for any of the families in the Great Game?
Well, you really cut to the chase, don't you?
Yes, I'd rather be more direct with my conversation.
No, I'm sorry. That was me speaking, not him.
Okay.
Sorry. Very sorry. Wow, that was a big question.
Out for some big answers.
Yep.
He strums his lute that's just always off key, just by a little bit, and
Cole is trying to be as quiet about it as possible.
Yeah. He says, well, I'm not sure what you mean by either of those things. Do I work for a family? Let me be honest with you. No.
Have you been hired by anybody to
I'm curious
gather
about this.
information?
I'm curious about this game of yours. What is this? What do you know of this game?
Oh, you know about the Great Game, about the treasure hoard of mythical proportions that everybody's after.
He looks around.
Come on, you're a bard. You know this story.
He looks around, and he actually breaks off into this song where he talks about this mythical treasure that everyone is at. And this actually turns out to be this fantastic story of intrigue and betrayal and the great families talking to one another. It goes on for a really long time. And when he's done, the bar sort of erupts in applause as everyone is really happy with this entire sort of story he said. And he's like, and he looks at you, he says, but that's all conjecture. If we are going to really talk, this is not the place.
This is why I've been very quiet.
Yes, and he's actually like he's on break. So the bar goes about his business. He's on break and he has a drink. And he's as he's drinking, says, "Tell you what, why don't I meet you at your place and we'll talk more late tonight."
Sounds agreeable. Is this fine, Zavroski?
Should be fine.
Zavroski, that's the name. I knew I recognized you from someplace. And he smiles, sort of.
Zavroski knows that game.
You do indeed. You do indeed. So, and at this point, it's getting on into the evening, and the Yawning Portal is getting into full swing. You guys have not one, but two appointments at your tavern. People that are going to come there. You have contacted Bonnie, the alleged doppelganger, who said that she'll meet you after her shift later, which is probably around this time. And you have also talked with Matrim, 3 Strings, some random drunken bard, or so they say. But he's certainly someone who seems to be much more than he is. He has said. And you've approached him about the Great Game, a term that is not lightly thrown around here in the city of Waterdeep. There's a lot of talk, a lot of stuff going on. And I'll be honest with you, the clock is ticking. If that's a thing you guys want to get involved in. I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Anna, we have a lot of shit going on with Nerd League Gaming. A lot. And you're spearheading this shit. What do we have happening here in the next few days?
So not this Saturday, but next Saturday will be I swear to God, finally our finale.
I swear to God.
For
like a month now. It's like, is this a finale?
We have tried to finale 3 times now, right?
It's hard, man. Yes.
This is our 3rd attempt at a finale. It will be our 3rd attempt at a finale.
No, it's the
episode
second.
9, we were like, it could be our finale, and then episode 10, we're like, no, guys, it's really our finale.
And then we were like, this is really it. But
And
technically, last episode was the finale. This is just part 2 of the finale.
Sure.
You see, smooth.
Finale part
Smooth.
2.
Yeah, we had finale part 2 mainly
It's
because
the finale's finale.
we are
No, all the
Two
good
intervals.
Because y'all
shows
wouldn't
are
shut the hell up.
finales.
Because I was
Two part
100%
finales.
red. I was 100%
Excuse me,
on my
Bees?
end.
Do you want me
It's
to
just the
go
rest of
through?
y'all.
Do you want me to go through
if
the
I
game
may.
we had?
If I may.
Okay. Game schedule this week, Anna.
Saturday night. This is where you have to tune
Not
in.
this Saturday.
I'm sorry. Next Saturday.
Not this Saturday.
Next
'cause we
Saturday.
were planning on ending. Next
There we
Saturday
go.
will be I swear to God, our finale of Monster Hearts 2. This Sunday
Baby.
is episode 2 of Hero Complex, which is our Masks a New Generation game. As the game master in that game, dear God, it already has gone off the rails, and we are 1 episode in, so that's great.
As we expect.
I get to try and corral a bunch of people playing teenage superheroes, so that never ends well.
It ends fantastically. The first episode is great.
Yeah, and then I think that's all that we have finishing out this week, and then Tuesday is Grognard's, right?
Oh
We
boy.
just had Justice
Grognard's
Tuesday
rolling,
is
yeah.
Grognard's.
We're trying to get that shit done.
And then Thursday again is us.
Will they leave the room?
No, they won't. They'll never leave the room. Yeah, so that's all we have here on Nerd League Gaming in the next week.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are
When we
on.
drop our Twitter and stuff, people should go to that.
Yeah, we are on all the
that stuff,
socials.
too.
Anna is spearheading all that. Anybody else have anything happening tonight before we get out of here?
Anybody that cares that's watching, please send positive energy down to Miami so I can get my fucking internet fixed.
Hector, I told you what to do to fix that, dude. I'm telling you, that's
I need a
foolproof
spirit
plan.
bomb of positive energy sent my way.
I already told you,
got it.
I'll go do it. I'll go do it for you.
Come
I
on.
know my way around the cable.
It's not that far. It's not that far down, Bees.
Yeah.
What's it, like 8-9 hours, something? Yeah.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
It's
4
like
hours
3
max.
hours.
4 hours.
4, yeah.
Oh, then go, yeah.
Come on. Get on down there.
Get her done.
I mean, I have 27 personal projects that I'm doing that are D&D related, or that are role-playing game related. One that includes bees.
Yeah, yeah.
27?
Hey, look,
No, I have so many.
if you need to know about all this stuff that's happening up, come hang out with us on Discord. Discord is absolutely the
already
best
put it in the
way
thing.
to find out about us. Anna is running our socials. That's fantastic. But Discord is where we all just chit chat all day long. Definitely come down there, hang out with us. It'd be a lot of fun to have you guys there. All right, so
I do have something.
go, please. Bees.
I kept pushing and finally decided I'm not going to keep procrastinating anymore. We're going to be one less player when we play it, but this Sunday at 8 p.m. will 8 p.m. EST.
Finally?
Will be Pokemon. Yep.
Yes.
Playing Pokemon?
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna do Pokemon 5e Pokemon one shot on my channel. Yep. So yep.
How do
I
we
kept
see
because
that?
one
Wait.
person wasn't able to make it one week, one person the next week, and I was like, look, whoever can make it next week, that's who we're playing with. I can always do another one shot, but I will
Right on. Where is that going to be, Bees? How do we see this? How do we
my
tune in?
channel.
Oh, your
Follow
channel.
me.
Okay, gotcha. Go to
Yes,
my
my
channel and we'll see that. Any way you want to do. Yeah. So so Bees is there. If you come to our Discord, Bees will give us a link there. He might put it in. He'll put it in the thing here. We can do all that. Go see Bees. Big Bees.
Yep, big _ bees.
Oh baby, I love it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Man, I've missed you guys. I have
It's good to be back.
This was
Oh
great.
man.
Traps.
Even though I was sweating my ass off outside, this was fantastic.
And we got,
Rat
I know
traps.
tonight was kind of like a big sort of reunion.
Eldritch Blast!
There it is.
Tonight was kind of a lot of reunion, a lot of doing that stuff. But we are going to get back into the meat of things. We have a lot of shit to do, a lot of stories to tell. You're not going to want to miss it. Next week, we will pick this up, find out what happens with these small tales, and find out exactly how we're going to get back into the big tale, the big meat.
We aren't.
How do we get back to the big meat? We want the
We
big
aren't.
meet.
No.
No.
I'll be back soon. I mean, what?
We'll all be back soon.
Hog alone.
We'll be back soon. Again, thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next week. Until then, you guys are fucking awesome.